thank you so much for coming today. We are excited to come back to the moon. to the moon. We took a 1 week break because last week was my streamversary. For those who was not here for the last stream, To the Moon is kind of like a fantasy version of Benjamin Button, which is why I put it on the stream title. Benjamin Button is a movie about a baby who was born as a senior. Like they're like emotionally and inside they are a baby, but physically they are a senior, and then unlike other people, he slowly aged backwards, so he went from old to young. And in To the Moon, it is about, well, at least from what I gathered, it is about a group, this group that goes into the mind and memories of someone who is about to pass. So I'm guessing someone who is palliative, and they kind of go back in time, I'm guessing, to figure out their regrets. No regrets. Maybe their last wishes? I'm not really sure. I haven't finished the game, obviously. But so far, from what I gathered, it's a man. I forgot his name already. It's a man who was passing away, and he had a wife who I think is no longer with him. They were at a tower, watchtower, clock tower, lighthouse. They were at a lighthouse, and they named it Anna. I think that the name was Anna. They named the lighthouse Anna, and it seemed to mean a lot to her, to the point where she rather used the money to build a house so they can stay near the lighthouse rather than get treatment for her whatever illness she had. It's still a mystery on a lot of things, like exactly what was the issue with her, and why is the lighthouse important, and why does it have a name? Wait, how do I press buttons? Let's see, I think it was this file. What it? Wait, didn't I finish this part already? Wait, did I? Isn't this the part where I got stuck? Where I went off the ledge? How come all the balls are still here? I thought I saved afterwards. Didn't I save afterwards? Bro, what? Oh my gosh, don't tell me I restarted with the bug? Yeah. No, that can't be right. Like last time there was a bug where I walked off the ledge and I couldn't get off. And now I'm back at the ledge. I thought we finished this cutscene. And we did the puzzle, no? This is the latest save point. Bro, what did you save? What did you save? Oh my gosh, I'm already stuck. Okay, can I talk? I feel like I'm supposed to talk to them. Is he still alive? Okay, he's still alive. What happens if I load? Auto save? Yeah, that is the latest save. It looks right. It looks... Wait. How come this says 450? This says 451, but the playtime is longer in file 2. Should I load file 1? Okay, let me try loading file 1. Is this the... Oh, I think this is the correct save. Okay, I think this is the correct save. What's up? How do I talk to people? Bruh, I forgot all the controls. But I'm sure this scene is new. How come I can't talk to anyone? Wait, he's walking. Is this a cutscene? Oh, I think it's a cutscene. Anything new today? Who's John? Oh yeah, River is the name of his wife. I think John is the name of the patient who's passing away. No. What are you rereading there? I gotta go to the barber sometime soon? Hi, Pipit! Why, is your hair getting really long? No, that's what the moon does. You know, how does the moon cut their hair? Eclipse it. You took the punchline from one joke and you used it for another joke. It's multi-purpose. Like the scissors. The moon also eclipsed the hair. The Emperor's new clothes. How are you doing today, Pipit? I loved this when I was young. Still do, huh? Of course. Just for different reasons. When I was a kid, I loved the Animorphs series. Oh, I never read it, but I have seen some covers. I think the Animorphs covers are like a kid turning into some animal, and then the cover of the Animorphs will look like the evolution chart, like they slowly morph into the animal. But I have no idea what the stories are about, like what they do with their powers, if they're superheroes. But I have seen the covers online. They seem to be a very well-loved book series back then. Yeah, right? Not too good, not too bad. Okay, well, I hope it stays relatively peaceful. I don't know what time it is for you, but I hope you get some good food and good rest and you can chill here a little bit. I know. Your mother gave you a book from it as a wedding present. 11 p.m. Then it's almost bedtime, no? What time? I don't know what time do you sleep. But for me, that would be past my bedtime. I try to sleep at around 9. Yeah, that was one odd wedding present. I guess I was pretty obsessed with it when I was a kid. Why haven't you read them since? I saw them. They're collecting dust in the garage. Well, I just grew out of them, I guess. Okay, not gonna lie, I have some children's books that I used to read a lot that's in my bookshelf right now, but I haven't reread it. You know why? Because I remember exactly what it's about. I don't reread it because I read it so many times as a kid. I know exactly what is in every page. Also, I'm lazy, so I don't want to get up and go to my bookshelf and get it out, read it, then put it back in. But most importantly, I still remember exactly what's in it. It's not like the story is gonna change. Oh, hi, Pandalin! How are you? Hello, hello! Still need to do some work before... Oh, okay. I hope you get a lot of good sleep and good rest, though. You just finished lunch? Oh! I went for brunch today, and I ordered pancakes, but they gave me French toast. But I was, like, too shy to tell them they made a mistake, so I ate it anyways. It wasn't bad. It was just that I had pancakes craving, but the place was so busy today, I felt like if I was like, oh, excuse me, you made a mistake here, then they have to do it all over again, and then they might throw away the French toast, and I don't want to waste food. Stories don't change, but a person's perspective changes. You only know those changes. But Pipit, there's only so many perspectives I can give to the very hungry little caterpillar. Air quality tank, so you can... Oh no! Does air humidifiers help you? Or purifiers? I think they're called air purifiers. They puff out like cold... They puff out white air. I think I'm confusing humidifier and purifier, or are they the same thing? I feel like some humidifiers also act as a purifier. Okay, now I'm confusing myself. We have one, but since it's from the... Oh no! Oh, the wildfires. There were also wildfires where I live a while ago. Holy cow, I completely know what you mean. It was so smoky. It wasn't during the summer, so I usually keep the window open, but it was so smoky I had to close it, but that got my room really warm, and we don't have air conditioning. Cause Canada doesn't usually have... Wait, what? Oh. Okay, I think we have excuse me. Sorry, I have to ban something. ITRY, but I don't know what that is. Sorry, I have no clue what that was. That didn't even sound like a... Is that a bot? It wasn't even advertisement. I don't know what that was about. How do you know? Maybe this time you mean the dark sublove cannot... I see. I collected a lot of the children's books that I used to read when I was a kid. So that included The Very Hungry Little Caterpillar, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the Berenstein Bears, and what's the name? There's this author who did a lot of children's books. There's like this big series, like Thomas's Snowsuit, A Promise is a Promise. Like he made so many, I forgot the name of him. But I bought this like hardcover collection of a bunch of his stories. It's so nice. Oh my gosh. What do you mean it was a book at some point? It's still a book. It was a very short book though. It was only about maybe 10 or 15 pages. The movie took the concept and completely ran with it. The original... Hi TJ Wolf! The original storybook, the whole concept was just that this town lived in a place where it rained food. There was no mad scientist who made it happen. That's just how it happened. But then one day, I'm spoiling the book, but I'm guessing it's a children's book. I don't think it's a huge thing if I spoil it. I'm doing well. How are you today? We're just talking about the original plot of A Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. But, yeah, but then one day the weather went berserk, and it was raining way too much food. And the town was being flooded with food. As a result, they had to run away. They had to sail. They made boats out of large slices of bread. They are like boat-sized slices of bread. That's how wacky the weather was. And then they had to sail to the normal world where we live, where they have to actually grow their own food because food doesn't rain from the sky like it did in their town. That's why it was called Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And then the movie turned it into something a mad scientist created. I never watched a movie. I heard it's good, but it's not related to the book. It's just, it took the concept, and that was kind of it. And the title. That was kind of it. I mean, they are children's books. What's wrong with reading children's books? Nothing. I read children's books. Easy joke. How do you organize a moon party? Oh my gosh, I swear I read this one before. You plan it! Right? You plan it. They're comforting. I suppose so. Yeah! And you know where would they hold the party? At the space bar. I think I'm gonna get this one. Oh, I got a ball. Good. I need 3 more balls. Oh, now we're in another cutscene. I guess I talked to everyone? What? Wait, is this supposed to be a puzzle? Why are you flying everywhere? Tobias, Hawk, Rachel, Grizzly, Jake, Tiger, Marco, Gorilla, David, Cobra, Casey, Wolf. Why? What? Wait, are they names of animals? Oh, just wondering. You could have just Googled it. I have no clue what that meant. I have no idea what that meant. Damn it, these moon jokes are Luna. Straight Luna. Oh. But what about David's? He's my favorite character. What's wrong with David? I don't know. What are you talking about? Animorphs. Have you read it? No. Oh, they're characters. They're characters from Animorphs. Okay, that's why I was confused. Because again, I never read Animorphs. Yes. Really? Sort of. Oh, did you know what animal is David's main morph? Oh my gosh. Oh no, I didn't pay attention. Okay, I wasn't really paying attention when I read the dialogue out. Okay, what is an animal that starts with 5 letters? Bear? No, bear is 4. Tiger? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna Google. Animorphs. David. What is it? David was What is it? What is it? What is it? No, it's not a cat. What was David's main animorph into the moon? Someone else Googled! David's main morph was a lion. Also, he morphed into a rattlesnake, not a... Lion? That's not 5 words. That's not 5 letters. What the heck? Wait, what is David's main morph? Oh, it's Cobra. I'm on Reddit, sorry. I had to cheat a little. I don't remember and I never read the book, okay? Okay, Cobra. It's okay, this does not count as cheating. Oh yeah, a cobra! I really wish they kept the old covers instead of these plain sheets. Those were cool. Okay, I need 2 more balls. I'm guessing I just talked to John. Oh, they're all John! I thought they're NPCs. I'm not yours. You're not mine. Be my anti-Valentine. Hey, River! This one's not that corny. Oh, are they at a card shop? I used to, as a kid, if there's no book section in the grocery store, I would go to the card section and read all the punchlines. Some are really funny. And some are really cute. There's lots of really creative cards out there, but holy cow, greeting cards are so expensive. For like a plain card and an envelope, they're like $5 to $7 Canadian. I'm like, for a card? For a cardboard card? I get the design and the artist and all like needs to make money, but it's so expensive. That's why I don't really send greeting cards anymore, but if I do, I just make them. It's cheaper that way. River? Oh, I just need 1 more ball. 1 more. Okay, I need to find John 1 more time. Are you here, John? Is that a John? Is that a John? You are not a John. Long John. Dr. River? Oh, no, she's saying the same thing. Okay, I think I'm out of John, so I'm gonna look in other stuff. The world would be easier on the eyes if people just remembered faces more. Oh, I got all of them! I got all the balls! Okay, now I need to find the machine. I need to find the machine that will let me put the balls in there so I can start my puzzle. These are John's memories, so why would he random... Wait, oh, is that what these are? Is that what are these actual NPCs he doesn't remember? Oh, I thought these are like, I don't know, other versions of John. I don't know why they were whited out like this. Holy cow, that's mind-blowing. Thank you, Pipit. I really did not notice that. I was just thinking the game glitched a little or something. That's why there's NPCs with no sprites. Okay, now I need to talk to something or someone to make the big ball machine appear. Who? Come on, where is it? I have all 5 balls. I need to find the machine. Then I can do the puzzle and go to the next memory. Where's the machine? Usually the machine is something that... I don't know. Is it something significant? What haven't I checked yet? Why is Anad not here? He's supposed to GPS me. Okay, I'm just gonna click on everything I can see. When in doubt, spam click. Spam click when in. Try going in the open door. I tried before, but okay, I'll try again. It won't let me. It won't let me. It won't let me go in the open door. Okay, what else have I not checked yet? The problem is I don't remember last time what prompt the machines. I don't remember if it's something random or story specific. Where is it? And I don't remember if I had to talk to someone or examine something. I didn't retain any memory, unfortunately. It's been 2 weeks. In my defense. In my defense, it has to be in this room because I can't leave. Perhaps I should reread them after all. I can barely recall a thing from that series. You're not the machine! Why you give me the dialogue? They're story specific? There's nothing story specific here. They're in a bookstore. But they're in a bookstore. Everything is story and not story specific. Oh, maybe I talked to River again? Yeah, let me try to go on the other side of the desk. Oh! Oh, we found it! We found it! Okay. Okay, it's puzzle time. It's puzzle time! Okay, how do I do this again? I have to reveal all the... I somehow have to reveal the whole picture. Okay, last time I was able to brute force it, so let's see if I can brute force it this time too. Am I doing it? Am I doing it, Ma? Like this? Oh wait, oh, I think I did it! Bruh, I brute forced it. Bruh. Received note. Animorphs. Activate memento? Activate. Okay, now we're traveling more back in time. He's like middle age, a little bit less now. Oh, so these are all NPCs that are not story specific? That's why they're grayed out. You're right. Aw, everyone's leaving already? But I just got here. Seems to happen to you a lot at parties. Oh, go save your childish jabs for the insecure. Okay, now I gotta go talk to everyone. Start to collect the balls again. A glass bottle of pickled olives. Who brings pickled olives to a picnic? I see le fromage, but where's the mouse? That's the corniest remark you've made all night. Don't you mean cheesiest remark? Wow. Oh, the remark got me a ball. An aged Animorphs book. Oh yeah, some of the books in my bookshelf are so old, I'm scared to pick them out. They might dissolve. And as you can see, close to where you spawned, there is a book. And you came here through the book. Oh! This is... Oh yeah, because the puzzle we just solved was the Animorphs book. And this is that Animorphs book. Oh, wait, Pippin, have you played this game before? Okay, who else can I talk to? Who else can I talk to? What else can I interact with? What else can I interact with? Talk to me! Yes, of course. Oh! How old is this game? It looks really old, but it could be the retro style. How come no one's talking to me? I need to collect more balls! I only have one! There's like nothing else to examine and no one's talking. Bruh. I can't talk to the casserole dish. Gosh darn it! Let me talk to the casserole dish! Okay, maybe there's something else over here? I can't talk to all the grayed out NPCs. I can't talk to the tree. Nani mo nai desu kedo. Can I head? How far can I go? Oh, I can head out. Oh, there they are. That's the lighthouse they called Anna. Wait, but they're not talking to me. You gave me hope. Huh? Oh, flashback. Do you feel any different? Now that we got the rings on, I mean. Oh, they just got married. Oh yeah, they said they were gonna get married at the lighthouse. No. Why? Do you? Actually, yeah. I think so. What is it like? It's just different. Just the responsibilities, I suppose. Responsibilities. Do you like the name Anya? Oh yeah, not Anna, Anya, sorry. Like from Spy Family. I mixed up the name a little bit. Would you like to name her Anya? The lighthouse? I understand. What? What do you understand? She gave you a name and you said, I understand? What are you understanding? Yeah, Anya's a good name for her. Hey, come with me. One and a half, 2 and 3? I know there was like a beach episode out or something that just came out very recently. Aww. I can see how this game can be a series if they can go through as many people's memories as needed, because this is just a concept. Like the concept of going into someone's memory, so it does not have to end with John. There could be like a Bob, a Marine, Sylvia. This can't be a good idea. I'll probably trip and fall. Don't worry, just follow my steps. Oh, they're dancing! Ow, my ass! What? Wait, that's your toes. Why you say your butt? I think you stepped on my toes. Sorry. Come on, let's try again. Take 2. To promise to love and comfort, to honor and to keep in sickness and in health, for as long as you shall live. Me and a friend played 2 together, and each of us voiced half the characters. Luigi took over the world. We're still talking about To the Moon, right? I do. And do you take this man standing before you to be your lawfully wedded husband? To promise to love and comfort, to honor and to keep in sickness and in health, for as long as you shall live. Yes. By the power invested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you Mr. and Mrs. Wiles. Aww. That does sound like a very chaotic subplot. I'm very curious how it came to be. Eck! The wedding! Yeah. What do you think that was? I'm just bad at weddings, that's all. Fluids tend to escape from my eyes. Oh, he's the emotional type. I didn't know you were that sentimental. Oh, did I say my eyes? I meant my mouth. Wait, you salivate? You salivate at people's weddings? And by fluids, I mean both... Oh, you're throwing up! And by fluids, I mean both fluids and solids. That's a lovely image. Thanks, Neil. Come, let's find a way to get out of here. All this happiness and joy is really putting you off too, huh? No, I just don't like watching people make mistakes. Sheesh, whatever happened to just take it moment by moment? Oh, we got Okay, we need 2 more balls. See if I can save first. Save. When in doubt, always save. Okay, I guess I talk to everyone that I can talk to. Which is nobody. I cannot talk to nobody. Right. Oh, I walked right past them. Imagine having a wedding at a lighthouse. Okay, anything changed? Wait, that many people? And you have a single dish of cake? That's all you have between all these people? Even the grayed out NPCs? There's like 10 people and you have a single dish of cake. Like, low budget weddings are fine, but that's at least get McDonald's. Oh, I better go see how your aunt is doing. Alright, Ma. Tell her thanks for coming. I will. I'm so proud of you, Joey. Joey? Oh, that's my grandma's name. That's my grandpa's name. He passed away before I was born. Ma calls me by it as my nickname. How come you never told me about it? 'Cause I'd rather you call me John? Ick! Not another sentimental grandparent childhood! What do you have against those anyway? I mean, you sure talk about your grandfather a lot. What? No, I don't. Whatever you say. Received note, Joey. We just need 1 more ball. 1 more ball. I'm so proud of Joey. Do you know Joey is also the name of a baby kangaroo? Did you know kangaroos are marsupials? So when they're born, they're actually smaller than a stamp. And they actually, as a little stamp size baby, they climb into their pouch of the mama. And they know that there's 2 nipples in there. One is milk, like very rich milk for the newborn baby. And one is the older milk. And they know which one gives them the rich milk that they need. So they latch onto it and then they continue growing inside the pouch until they become the cute little Joey that we all know. And then they come out. And it's same with pandas. Pandas are also born, and also wallabies. Wallabies are also marsupials. I learned this as a kid and it was very fascinating. I need 1 more ball. Where else can I go? So when they say that newborns are cute, marsupials are a mild exception. They're still cute, but in like a pink jelly bean kind of way. But once they're fully formed, and they actually look like a real baby, then they're really cute. Okay, what can I talk to get the last ball? Not the transparent car. Wait. Is it something dead? It can't be helped, River. I'm sure they didn't mean to. Oh, roadkill! Come on, we're late. Wait, is that a rabbit? Think this is the source of all those folded paper ones? Why would she obsess over some roadkill? Not to mention so many years later. Don't ask me, you're the woman here. I'll be convinced that I am the only one. That I am the only one when you do a cordless bungee jump. Oh, we got it! Okay, what would be the important thing? What would be the... Is it the... Oh, it is the rabbit! Oh, the link is a dead rabbit. That's morbid. So seeing the dead rabbit affected River. But I don't know why that much. Oh, it's an actual dead rabbit, bruh. How do I do this? Okay, let me just keep brute forcing. Bro, brute forcing actually works. I love these puzzles. I don't even need to use brain cells. I love it. I macaroni love it. Oh gosh, this is a little graphic. At least there's no blood, but this is a little bit graphic. You know, it's a fantastic wedding when the memento is roadkill. Hey, maybe she saw it as a metaphor for the terrible marriage. So years later, she began folding the rabbits because she was reminded of how rotten it was. Boy, these two are very big romantics. Or, you know, something equally pretentious. Cool story, Neil. No! Did we just see it happen? Bro, we started and ended with roadkill. Poor thing. What's with all the roadkills today? Don't you look at me like that. Smells like a farm. And roadkill. Deactivate the scent simulator or get away from here already. Let's when in doubt, just keep saving. Just keep saving. Okay, we came from the roadkill. So now we have to find the balls, but I can't even get off the road. Whoa, is that a horse? Yo, I saw a really nice horse sprite just now. I want to get to it. How do I get to it? Oh, what? Oh, that's such a cute horse sprite. Oh. Why is the moon so grumpy? Because he's waned? Whoa. Don't do it. Oh, it's going through. Oh, nice. Why? When did the moon stop eating? Don't do what? You know what? Don't not ride this horse? What are you, 5 years old? Okay, I won't not ride it. Yeah, when it's full. Hiya! Quit wasting time, Neil. Oh, crap! Ah, that can't be good. Ah, do something! Don't just stand there. Help me! Damn it, this was not in the job description. Receive no, Dr. Neil Watts. Wait, do I actually have to go help him? You better give me another ball if you want me to help you. Where'd he go? What? Wait, is this when they were kids? So he knew them as a kid? Like he knew his wife, River, as a kid? Is that really a good idea? She should be okay. She's not new to this anymore. But she has never done it by herself before. I'll be fine. I'm not a child. River! What's the matter? Let's go! Is this something about, Pluto? Because Pluto ran away? Huh. I wonder if Neil got off that horse yet. Eva! This is about 19% more than I can handle! What a moron. You find Pluto. Yes! Oh, what the corn cob. Oh, I'm riding a horse! Look, I'm on a horse! Yeehaw! Or, sorry, yeehaw! Oh, wait, space to gallop. Oh! Okay, it's really hard to run when there's not that much space to run. Oh, am I supposed to chase him? Where am I going? Am I just riding everywhere? Bro, where are you going? Get back here! Oh! Thanks! Oh, I knocked him off! Ow. I like the music. Where'd he go? I can't... Oh, there he is. Here, this memento will do. But I'm not getting on that horse again. You go get the rest of the memory links. Which one? Let's never speak of what just happened again. I don't know how many memento... Oh, did we do it? Oh, I have to... Oh, I need a couple more. I think I need 3 more. Okay, let's see what is there. There's not much here to begin with. It's all wilderness. Anything special? Anything special here? Huh? How did I get a ball by doing nothing? I was just walking around. Do I just walk everywhere? I just walk everywhere I can walk? Okay, I think I need 1 or 2 more? What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's do this in a grid way. Just do it like this. Then you can't miss anything. Yeah. Wait, what's this log? It's suspicious. No, it's not. It's just a log. Can I talk to Anna? Not Anna. A river? Okay, talking... I don't think I can talk to them. They're just walking around. Did you see the last full moon? Is that a joke? It was... I don't know. It was waned? It was told... Oh... Okay, I don't know what else. Pipit, do you know what? Where are the rest of the balls? I don't know what else to examine. I'm just doing this in a grid-like manner. But there's nothing out of the ordinary for me to check. Yeah, I think I need at least 1 more. Mada nani ga aru no? Like, there's nothing else. Maybe I should go back here? Oh, okay, that's fair. That is fair. I guess I just keep walking everywhere? Oh, it wouldn't be the roadkill again, because the roadkill is what got us here. Yeah, it looks like I need at least 1 more. I see there's 1 gray ball. Maybe I'm supposed to catch River and John? Where'd they go? Can I talk to them? Come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Come here. No, I can't talk to them. It's been many years since you played this? Okay. Okay, well, how about this? If you were me and you're playing right now, where would you try going to get the last ball? Let's approach it from this. It's not what you remember, it's what you would do. Because obviously you solved it when you beat this game before. Maybe the pond? I can't get off the horse. Come on, the last ball. Give me the last ball. The horse is so hard to control. Please, not asking for much. I'm actually asking to solve a puzzle. It doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often. I did not pay attention. What am try to talk to me? I did. I tried talking to them. They won't talk to me, and they're grayed out. Maybe I can try talking to Anna. What happened to the other one? That is John. I can't tell. They're grayed out. Maybe no. John is the main character of the memory, so John should not be grayed out. Where'd he go? Where the smack is John? John! John, where you go? Where's John? Here's Johnny. John. Where did John go? He disappeared. I just realized. She's grayed out, so I'm pretty sure that's River. John just disappeared. Oh wait, no, there's two of them. They're both grayed out. What the macaroni? They're both grayed out. Oh, they have the same color horse. That's why I got confused. They're just walking in a circle. What is it? What is it? What am I missing? What am I missing? A rock? What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Do I have to resort to the evil Google? I might have to resort to the evil Google because I don't want to be lost forever. But let me try a little bit more. I've been doing this in a grid-like pattern. So I'm like constantly spamming the examine button. Okay, maybe it's something I missed. What is somewhere that I keep walking past and I did not examine? Let me think. Maybe it's something that I keep unconsciously walking past. Yeah. Something in here? This is harder than the puzzle. Oh, what about this house? What about this house? Let me in. Wait, what's this? Is that a random NPC? Random NPC, okay. I would really love to solve this without Googling. Try talking to the... I did try talking to the random NPC, but there's no dialogue option, see? Like, I walk right past them, literally. I literally walk right past them. I'm lost in a very, very simple style game. In a very, very simple style game. Bro, okay, one more grid. One more grid and I have to look it up. I don't want to be stuck here forever. Yeah, I can't talk to them. Okay, I'm Googling. I'm Googling! Okay, to the moon horses. Horse level. Horse level. When you get on a horse... There's no... Okay, let me see. To the moon walkthrough. Start walking, enter it, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to speak to someone. What? Speak to the unimportant... When you get on... Oh, wait, no, that's before. When you get on the horse, gallop all the left. You find a random memory link. Stand on the path just above the pond. Chase after him, and then watch him fly off the horse. Wait, what? So they're all parts of the map? I'm looking at the walkthrough and I'm kind of confused by the walkthrough. Inside the enclosure, keep moving up until you see the barn horse. Speak to the unimportant person in front of them. Well, they're gone already, though. But they're gone. I can talk to them again, but they're not gonna talk to me. Where's that NPC? Where'd that NPC go? Even walkthroughs are hard to follow. Yeah, they says speak to this person, but obviously I can't talk to them. Maybe I did already. Okay, so I already spoke with the NPC. What else? When you get on the horse, gallop all the way to the left. You'll find a random memory link. I think I found the random memory link because I was walking and I got one. Stand on the path. Okay, I got to go near a tree. Stand on the path just above the pond near those trees and wait for River and Johnny to pass through you. Oh, I have to wait for them to pass through me. You get a random memory link. Oh, okay. Apparently, the timing that they walk, they gallop past also makes a difference. Like here? Like this? Yeah, it says stand on the path just above the pond near those trees and wait for River and Johnny to pass through you on the horses. You will get a memory link from them. Oh, come on. Are you gonna pass through me? You gonna pass through me, bro? What pond? Wait, am I standing on the wrong tree? No, I think I'm on the right tree. Where's Johnny? You gonna come back? You gonna come back? Never... Oh yeah, I understand. I understand both sides. I can see that those who would boycott it for like the greater good, but also it means not playing a game that you really want to play, and that's really difficult. Wait, they're gone. They didn't come back. The walkthrough says they're supposed to come back, and I'm gonna get a memory link. What the macaroni? Okay, let me read the walkthrough again. Yeah, what? Okay, according to the according to the walkthrough, when they pass me is when I'm gonna get a memory link, but they never do. They never pass me. Bro, this part is harder than any puzzle. Because I don't know how to solve it. Maybe a different big tree? But the screenshot says it's that big tree. Let me just see if they literally passed through me. No. I'm gonna look at the walkthrough again. Okay, I'm gonna go to another walkthrough. I'm so complicated. It's so complicated. Why is it so complicated? It's so hard. Okay. Start walking through it. Inside the closure, keep moving right. Yeah, I talked to the NPC. If you get on a horse, gallop all the way left, and you'll find a fork in the road with 2 large trees on the west side and a small there too. Yeah, they look kind of glitched. I hope I didn't accidentally break something again. Last time I broke the game. Last time I broke the game and I couldn't proceed. And I really hope that didn't happen again. Get a memory... Okay. There's another instruction on how to get another memory link. The problem is I don't know which one I'm missing. You know, also okay. Apparently I have to go to the pond. And then I'll get a It says I should have gotten a memory link somewhere around here. Did I glitch something? Okay, I'm gonna Google horse glitch and see if that's a thing. I wanna know if I'm doing something wrong. Or there's something wrong with the game. To the moon horse glitch. Nope, I'm not seeing anyone say there's a glitch. Going there, jump off your horse. To the moon. Jump glitch? Okay, I gotta admit, I didn't expect to be stuck here for that long. Wait, she's a color again. You know what? I just had a feeling. We got it! I had a feeling that because one grayed out and the other didn't, it means I had to pass through the other one. We did it! We got all of them! Holy cow, it took forever. I used a walkthrough, but technically it was not helpful, so technically I did not use a walkthrough. Wait, I still don't... Oh, yes, I got it! Oh, yes, 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 yes! Thank you, thank you! Okay, time to brute force. Just gonna touch everything I can. Holy cow, I did it! I touched everything I could touch, and I did it. What is that? Is that an onigiri? Activate. Okay, we're now, I guess, teenager. I know! I wasn't even planning ahead. I was just clicking whatever I could click. I love these puzzles. You can actually brute force them. Is the diagnosis certain? Yes. We've reached a consensus on the result. What, is she sick from such an early age? Unfortunately, like many cases of pervasive developmental disorders, this is a rather late diagnosis. So she has a pervasive developmental disorder. Had you known when you were a child, miss, it could have saved you a lot of trouble. Do you have any books on it? This one by Tony Atwood. He's one of the specialists on the subject. You can borrow it free of charge for now. Just don't elope with it. Har har har! Thanks, Doc. So this is before they married. Now, are you two a couple? Unmarried and without any other current legal affiliation. Yes, I see. Well, I could give you a referral to a specialized counselor if you wish. Is there anything unsettling in the relationship? No. And you, sir? Hesitant. No, it's fine. Bruh, even if there is, it's so hard and awkward for him to say in front of her. Actually, you say no, but there's this thing that's always been weighing on my mind. Like, when you cut bread, why do you always start cutting the middle and not the front or the end of the bread? I've been holding it in, but I just have to say it now. I don't think that's right. It makes me very uncomfortable when you don't start at the edge of a bread. Tony Atwood is a... Wait, what subject? I'm gonna Google his name. I'm learning stuff. What is he a specialist on? Tony Atwood. On... He says he's a psychologist. But I don't know what's he a psychologist of. Autism. Wait, autism and family dynamics? She autistic? They made it sound a lot more serious though. They made it sound like it's like a... something that's gonna kill her or something. And she did end up in the hospital in the very end. Or is that two unrelated things? Nonetheless, sir, you should also give the book a read. It'll help you understand her condition. I'd rather not. Why is that? Well, it's your call. In the meantime, there is a thing called equine therapy that might help her. I'm gonna Google equine therapy. I am learning today. Equine therapy. Oh, it's for autism. Oh, it's horseback riding. Oh, equine means horseback riding. That's why wait, didn't she go horseback riding when she was a kid? She's autistic, but she does a very... That's why they talk so seriously about it. Oh! A ranch just north of here offers it. I can contact them for you. Told you so. Okay, first, let's save. But why did they make it... Okay, I get it. Like, she has like like you said, like a serious... Like a... I don't know what's the proper word. But like on the heavier side of the spectrum. But how come it resulted her being in the hospital? I don't think it's something that would... That's lethal. I thought it was cancer or something. Or like dementia. Excuse me, could you please silence the clock? The ticking really bothers her. It's not that severe. I'll be okay. No problem. It's standard policy. If there's anything at all that makes you uncomfortable, just let me know. Oh, they're so nice. This memory comes before... Oh yeah, because we're going back in time. I forgot we're going back in time. Oh, so she was not a little kid. She was not a little kid. I can't tell their age from their sprites, okay? Their sprites make them look so young. Oh, naruhodo. Thank you. Huh. I guess that explains the ones in the house. What? What was in the house? Received. Note. Clock ticking. Just a bit longer. They'll be calling for you soon. Okay, what else? But that still doesn't explain why the lighthouse is called Anya. Received note Tony Atwood. Oh, so he made a cameo. Oh no, wait, his book did. Never mind. It's not lethal, but an extreme... Yeah, I get it would make life difficult, but they were talking about spending money for treatment, and she was like in bed. She was bedridden, you know, like the very first scene we saw her. So maybe it's something else. Maybe she had like... She has autism, but she also got something else later in life, like cancer. Okay, who else? Can I leave? No, I can't leave. Wait, what's this? Oh, the clock is the ball thing. I need 2 more balls though. Things don't need to be lethal in the conventional. No, I know. I know it's not that they deserve or don't deserve treatment. Of course, everyone deserves treatment. But remember Pipit? She was literally on her deathbed. At least I think that was her deathbed. And he was trying to lie about the finances. And he's saying how he wants her to live. It made it sound like there was like a... Something that is making her palliative. What else can I talk to? Who else can I talk to? What can I examine? What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? I talked to the receptionist? Yeah, that's when they're... Yeah, exactly. That's when they're very old. So maybe she was like... I was gonna say she was dying of old age, but he's around the same age as her. That's why I'm just trying to wonder what was that about. Oh, Sanad! I was so lost. Sanad. You weren't there to GPS me. It's okay. Thanks for being here, Sanad. I ended up using a walkthrough, but then I didn't know how to read the walkthrough. I ended up figuring it out. But it's funny because I actually looked up the walkthrough and I didn't know how to use the walkthrough. I was stuck on the horse scene. Actually, I'm kind of stuck here too. I need 2 more but I have been brute forcing the puzzles. You can ask Pipit. I need to Oh, I'm glad you were there for them, Sanad. You can ask Pipit. I solved one of the puzzles in the minimum amount of rounds by pure brute forcing. I just happened to make 2 lucky clicks and I solved it. You're dying of old age, but other things that did come with... That is true too. That is true too. Oh, okay. I just thought that... Wait, a stuffed toy platypus. Oh, okay. I thought that this doctor, like this whole talking about her condition, was related to her dying of old age. That's why I couldn't make the connection. I just... Oh, okay, bye, Sinat! That's why I kept wondering, like, okay, so she has autism, but why was she on her deathbed? So I think that's 2 separate things. I will not confirm whatever Mika is saying here. Okay, yeah, no, thank you for not spoiling. I will do my best to find out. I can't believe this piece of atrocity is dated all the way back here. Looks like someone took good care of it. She's still got pretty bad taste in animals though. Bro, platypuses are adorable. They are so funny looking and they're so cute. Just one more! Just one more! One more ball! One more ball. Where's the last one? Okay, I can't talk to River. What else have I not examined? Okay, it's not here. Maybe the doctor? Let's go examine the doctor again. There's two separate things. When people get old, they are two separate okay, that helps clear up a lot of things. I was trying to make connections between things that were not connected. That's why I was so confused. Oh! A plain tawny handbag. Oh! We did it! Let's go puzzle. You think I can do this in the minimum amount of rounds? Memento. What's a memento this time? It is, oh, the clock! Of course. Oh! So the memento is always... So the object in the puzzle, the picture in the puzzle, is always the item that prompts the puzzle. I just made that connection. I won't confirm what Mika said to Sanad. What did I say to Sanad? I made it the ideal rounds by brute force. I made the ideal rounds by brute force. I didn't even know. I didn't plan it. I swear I didn't plan it. I was just clicking whatever. Dude, the puzzle gods are very much smiling upon me today. Holy mackerel. And then I accidentally jumped off, which was not very smart. Get back up there. Oh, hello, Jezu. Jezu Kritzo, hello. Thank you for being here. How are you today? Is this a graveyard? Oh, it's a movie theater. Psst, look. I know. I can't believe he once paid to see this crap in theater. No, you idiot. Look, we leaped. So when I go to theaters to watch movies, I always try to pick action movies. Oh, he's like a teenager now. I don't pick someone says the same thing as me. Holy overcooked macaroni. Yo! Someone else who says macaroni. Dr. Watts. Dr. Watts. You the man. You the man. The kid's in the theater all by himself. What a loser. Hey, I will have you know, I went to the theater once by myself. It was a very fun experience. I like going with my friends, but I think I will also enjoy going alone. Look, Sanat, look, someone else said macaroni. Holy overcooked macaroni. I knew it. I knew it's a slang. It just hasn't been used enough by people, but it's a thing. You go to the theater by yourself all the time. That's different. No one's competent enough to match my taste. But that aside, how could anyone last through this rubbish? Oh, where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? He's leaving. He's leaving. No, it's not what he said. It's that he said holy overcooked macaroni. I was praising his language choices, not what he was doing with the language. And thus, this movie sucks on both physical and metaphysical levels. QED. Come on, let's go. What? Oh, right. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I hope my English is not too hard. But thank you very much for watching. You got things... I did not! That's what Dr. Watts said. I did not. Don't you put words in my mouth. It's not what he said. It is what he said. It's not what he said. It's how he said it. There's a difference. Oh, it's a whole theater. Whoa, wait. I I ain't talking to no emo teenager. Grammar, my dear Watson. Am I closer to N? No, I'm still like 2.3 stages from the N. Like, there's still a very little kid one. I wouldn't know. Am I close to the N? Let's just look for mementos. Cinema. Oh! I don't remember the kid one being... Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how long is this game. Google says about 4 hours. What are you doing? That's the third person you've removed here. Oh, we can remove people. It's not how you included him by being him insulted. Hey, it's not what he said. I just like that he said, holy overcooked macaroni. Not like it's permanent. Oh, we're removing all the NPCs. Oh, snap. We're isekaiing them. Oh, snap. We're isekaiing them. Oh, snap. We're trucking. We're trucking. Oh my gosh, we're taking everybody out. You know that poking them out of the way like that does nothing, right? Then why complain? I'ma poke everybody. The poke of death. Poke. Poke. Oh my gosh, look, I have the power. I have the power. Ugh. Bruh. I have the power. Look, I vanished. I Thanos'd everybody. Okay, Pipit. Okay. Holy overcooked macaroni. Oh, is that him again? Getting stood up? Now that's a Kodak moment. You relate well with your kin, I see. Oh! Can I leave? Can I leave? Can't leave. Okay, what else can I examine to get... I need 2 more balls. What else can I examine? Oh, I'm just killing all the NPCs. All I'm doing is killing NPCs today. But they don't even give me anything. Maybe I go to a... Well, there's nothing here. Oh, I'm not? Okay. Hate to say it, but I guess I have to nag something out of him again. All yours. At least there's no olives this time. Well, I do see I still have at least 2 stages. Because I can show you the... See? I'm here. I'm here. Oh, is that River? River? You were in there this whole time? I waited for you at the lobby. I thought you didn't come. He did get stood up. Why did you leave? I thought we were watching the movie together. Huh? I'm the one who should ask that. What do you mean? We were watching the movie together and then you left. We weren't watching it together. I didn't even know where you were. If you saw me in there, why didn't you come and find me? What difference does it make? We were watching the same movie in the same room. What's wrong? You're so weird. But I love it. Do you not want to watch the movie together anymore? Of course I do. Come, let's head back in before it ends. Is this like their first date? I feel like I should make a clever remark. You feel wrong. Well, let's hope our ride's waiting for us in there. I guess I go back in? Okay, where are... Oh, we got it all! But I don't know where's the machine. Okay, something significant. Something significant in here. Where's the machine? Oh, all the NPCs came back. Where's the machine? It's all quiet now. It's all quiet. Where? Loco? The washroom, maybe? She did say she hopes our ticket to get out is in there, so it implies the machine is somewhere inside this theater, but there's nothing to examine. Wait, is that something sitting next to her? What's this? Oh! You do love this game? I'm liking it so far. I'm hoping to find out more, particularly about the lighthouse. Activate memento. Okay, what is this? Oh, it's the platypus again. Everything comes back to the platypus. Wait, no. Oh! Okay, not the ideal, but I still got it pretty close. Bruh, I love these puzzles. I love these puzzles. You know, I think this platypus is growing on me. Mostly just for convenience, but hey. Oh, okay, we're in like the second stage. I guess now it's like a little preteen, maybe 12 or 13 years old. Come on, dude, grow some. Oh, you vulgar. Grow some burrs. It's not that. Look, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Oh, sheesh, what could possibly happen? Just think about it. Worst case scenario, she says no. You strut on like nothing happened. No one will know and everyone will still think you're cool. Oh, he's hoping to ask out River. But what if she tells someone? Or yells at me? Don't be a little wuss. Or says yes but really means no. Psh, quit worrying. Who would do that? And what if she throws an encyclopedia in my face? I don't even have a helmet. Dear Lord, I'm so not prepared for this. Dude, don't panic. Just straighten your spine and quit being a little wuss. Yeah, you tell him. Everything will be all right. Just turn around. Okay. Hey, what are you... Shh. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Yes? Then why didn't you... Never mind. That's a cool platypus you got there. What are you reading? A book? About platypus? No. Oh, I think that's great. Ah, and they call this puppy love. Lighthouses. Oh! Huh? There are exactly 16 second-order Frenzel lens lighthouses in the country left. 9 of them are coastal, and 1 of them was modified from a historic kerosene lamp lighthouse. So she's obsessed with lighthouses? Oh, is that what you're reading about? Say, you want to go catch a movie together sometime? Oh! And then they did! I don't know. That's okay, I'll give you time to consider it. I can't. Why? There's no date or time. Oh, how about this Saturday at 8? That's so late, I sleep at 9. Well? Eva, I think the system Yes. Oh, great! Never mind. I guess we'll work out the details later? I'll just... What? What are you looking at me for? You think I'm gonna call out how utterly awkward that was? Well, just forget it. I'm not giving in to your expectations. Give him a break. He was still just a kid. You of all people should relate. What's that supposed to mean? Shut up and go. Shut up isn't my name, you know. Oh, the platypus. Oh no, the platypus took us here. So it wouldn't be the platypus. What the heck were you doing in there, dude? What? I asked her out. No, that was pathetic. If I were you, I would have just barged in there and be all like, "Hey, you! Go out! Me, you, now!" That's just terrible. I know, and it would have still been better than what you just did. Oh, ouch. So, did she throw an encyclopedia in your face? Huh? Did she? Shut up, dude. See, I'm not the only one who tells people to shut up. And suddenly, I feel loved. Oh, is this a art classroom? Where are we? Are we in like a community center? Leonardo da Vinci trained by drawing eggs. Barrels are like very big eggs. Therefore, you will all be very big Da Vincis. Logic. Barrels are very big eggs. I had eggs today. It was nice. This was scrambled. Dear Lord, I can't believe you got me to take this stupid class. Oh, come on. It's fun. Only if you can paint. You'll get good if you practice, you know? Yeah, right. After this class, I'm never picking up a brush again. Like, did someone draw? Is that a portrait? Why do we have to draw stupid barrels anyway? Quit complaining. I'm sure you'll learn to enjoy it someday. Did he ever paint in any of the other flashbacks? I don't remember him painting. Okay, what else? What else? Wait, before we go there... Anyone? Oh, is that River? Anyone at all? Alright then. River, why don't you answer it? I know you know the answer. We're waiting, River. Fine, I guess we'll have to. He made sail on August 3rd of 1492 from the Spanish city of Palos de la Frontera, which was founded in 1322 and granted to Eller Paredes, a Guzman who was at the mere age of 14 by the... Okay, I only asked for the date. But see? Was that so hard? Oh, is that River when she was in elementary school? Good lord, does everyone with her condition have near photographic memory? Not really, though I think their root memory is often fairly strong. Interesting. What about this classroom? This is the computer class. But there's nothing in here. There's a computer class, but I can't talk to anyone. Interesting. Locked. Cafeteria, only open during lunch hours. That's a wrap. You chumps better be better next time. An atrium? We could use this place later. What's an atrium? Like a PE class? A gym? I just can't believe that these court lines are rectangles in his head. Are they not rectangle? I don't really play basketball much, to be fair. Is that a piano? In a gym? The echo is gonna be so loud. Oh, okay, this place is not giving... Oh, wait! Ugh. Fine, you win. Booyah! Piano is a sport? Isn't it more like an art? Oh, it's lunchtime! Lunchtime, lunchtime! Yeah, she's unique, but she's uniquely boring. I mean, just look at her. What do you mean piano is an art, ping pong is a sport? What are you talking about? She just sits there by herself all day with that creepy deformed duck toy. That's not a deformed duck, that's a platypus. What the heck's a platypus? Quit making words up. Anyway, she's just so off, you know? It's like she's from a totally different planet or something. I know, isn't that cool? Like, I need to take a drink of water. I've been doing a lot of reading. Ugh, if you're into aliens and that sort of stuff, I guess. But really, if you want to be weird, why don't you just go hang out with the emos and goths? Well, for one, I don't want to ruin my hair. The fact that we got a name for them says a lot too. Look, Nick. I just don't want to be another typical kid in a sea of typical people. But how the heck would being with her change your whole identity? I mean, you'd just be some guy who hangs out with a shy girl. She's not just shy, Nick. She's my dream girl. There's something strange about her. She fascinates me. Being strange isn't always a good thing, you know? Do you even know if she wants to be different? Nicholas is actually bringing up some good points. Even though he was like all pushing her to be him to be with River later on. Maybe she just wants to fit in like everyone else. And if she does, pushing her the other way wouldn't help, would it? Look, Nick, the point is, I know what I need. And she's the one who has it. So you want her for what she has, but not for her? Yo, Nick, you the man. That's a strangely mature conversation for a high schooler. That's cold, man. I just hope you know what you're doing. I do. I think you're wrong, though. People aren't that typical. Everyone's unique in some way. That's just what grandmas tell you. This is a very, very intriguing scene. Wait, so this guy's some kind of a human hogging hipster? That's sort of, disturbing. You know, sometimes I want to slap our clients upside the head. It's high school, everyone's a bastard. But hey, welcome to the club. Wait, so this is what he told her about at the cliff? What did he say at the cliff? What did he say at the cliff? I don't remember, remind me. I suppose so. She then went cuckoo and began to make those creepy rabbits, right? What did he tell her? Because he confessed this from who knows how long ago? What, that he likes her the way she is? I guess she's pretty good at holding a grudge. That because he said she has what he needs? I'm not buying it. Something feels missing. Then go get a hat, Sherlock. Come on, I think our passport's leaning against a table there. But I'm still missing a ball. What do you mean my passport? I need one more ball. Leaning against a table? What is leaning against a table? The backpack? I'm missing a ball. I'm missing something. Okay, that means whatever it is not in this room. The last ball is not in this room. Nick in the beginning of lunch. Oh, such a strange girl. Yeah, I know, right? He looks so like a typical high school brat. Like, oh, whatever. She's just like she's so weird. Why would anybody want to be with her? And then at the end of it, he's like, look, man, you gotta think about you and her mental health. What makes a healthy relationship and communication? You can't just go in a relationship trying to get what you want out of it. You have to think about what you can offer. He had his redemption arc in like 2 minutes. Okay, I just need one more ball. It's not letting me leave. So the last ball has to be in here. The last ball. Oh, it's probably with her. It's probably with her. Reasons and intents aside, it's pretty remarkable that they actually met in high school. How many of those go on for more than a month nowadays, huh? I don't know about you, but mine went pretty swimmingly. Yeah? So swimmingly, it swam right out the window. Sounds about right. Oh, that didn't give me a ball? Okay. I could have sworn that talking to her... Maybe I have to talk to the platypus again. I've been talking to the platypus a lot. I just love how every time we see this thing, we're guaranteed a free memory link. It must have left as big of a scar on his mind as it did on mine. And there we have it. But first we saved. And now we brute force another puzzle. Should I even... No need. I'm all good now. What? Ka-me? Oh, for walnut's sake. Ha-me? Hey! Not cool, Eva. You never block someone in the middle of a kamehameha. What? She's not a weeb. It's the backpack. All right, let's do this. I don't know how to do this, but brute forcing seems to be helping lately. Oh shoot, did I speak too soon? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, yabay this. Yabay. Oh! Bro! Oh my gosh! I'm feeling very, very puzzle-brained right now. In the best way. Oh, are we back to childhood? Oh, we're approaching childhood. I'm going to school now, Ma. Have a nice day, Joey. My baby boy, growing up so fast. Eck, what if she was a girl? He was a girl. Would she still nickname him after his grandpa? It wouldn't be that bad, actually, since it ends with A. Joe-e, Julie, Julie. Sounds cute. If it sounds so cute, why don't you marry him? Jealous? Oh yes, so jealous. Okay, time to look for... Well, to be fair, a ticking clock is pretty annoying indeed. Oh! Okay, what's it? Oh, I got one here. A bunk bed! I slept in a bunk bed once, and I was so scared of heights. Just FYI, the thing he said to her at the lighthouse was why he approached her in the first place, which we just saw. Wasn't for a person. Oh! Oh, thank you! I completely forgot what he said. That's why I was like, what? Oh, that's why they said she held a grudge. Okay, what else? What else? Various book with smudged titles. I was playing game. What you playing? Rocket League? Yeah, I know. I saw Discord. I saw Discord says you were playing Rocket League. FYI, on Discord, can you see what I'm playing? Oh, I can't go out, so the other 2 balls have to be in here. Oh! Okay, I found the terminal. I need 2 more balls. No, because you're all... Oh, good. Yeah, I always set my privacy for everything to the max. But I wasn't sure if it will display. Thank you for reassuring me. A dusty pile of any morph books sit here. Oh, that didn't give me a ball. I need 2 more. What else did I not examine? What else? What else? Ma? Oh, bleh, not again. Is it the olives? A glass bottle of pickled cucumbers. Yuck! Holy crap, my mind's totally blown. You're pretty easily impressed. Why? Because you like cucumbers but not pickles? Wait, aren't pickles cucumbers? I think pickles are cucumbers. Because they're both green. But pickles are softer and cucumbers are crunchier. What else? What else? Where's the last ball? Where is the last ball? I just need 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. A glass bottle of pickled cucumbers. Oi, and it sounds like pickles are not. No, cucumbers are not pickles. What else? I've examined everything there is to examine. Nothing's giving me the last ball. Where's the last? Oh, wait, what? Oh, I got the last ball from something. I don't know what though. Okay, here comes the puzzle. Oh, thank you so much for the lurk, Bunny. Thank you. Oh, the soccer ball is a memento. Okay. So I don't know what to do here, so I'm just gonna touch everything. I seriously don't know what to do here. Well, brute forcing has carried me through pretty well so far, so I guess keep doing it. Oh shoot, I think this is not... Oh no, it's not working! My brute force is not working this time! Pourquoi? You were doing so good! Mika, you were doing so good! You were seriously doing so good. But you were... Wait. Yeah, I solved it! Macaroni, yes! Holy overcooked macaroni. Oh? Eck! It smells like roadkill again. Where are we? Eva? What the hell is that? What? What? Wait, what? What is that? Is the space dying? Is John dying? Because this is his dream world, so I assume if he dies, so will the... That's his next memory. Yeah, but why is it going Laputa on us? Hey, Ghibli reference! Laputa! I don't know. It's just not linking the memories together for construction. There must be a malfunction within the machine's ADG. Again? I thought the last fix was foolproof for another half a year. I can't believe those idiots in the maintenance department. Look, don't worry. We've already gotten the teenage years saved. We might still be able to do this. Alright, but I ain't telling him about this. Who's him? As long as we succeed, he doesn't have to know. Know what? Well, I guess this is it. There's nothing we can do here. Ready to finalize before activation? Ladies first. What are they doing? What are they doing? What a shame. I was actually looking forward to it. What, they can't do the last memory? They failed? Act 2. Billions of lighthouses stuck at the far end of the sky. Oh, so there's 2 acts? I thought I was gonna finish it today, but now I don't know anymore. Was that whole thing just halfway through? Don't disturb them. They might not wake easily, but they need the concentration. And that's all this old fool knows. Sorry, I can't be of more help. Then that'll have to be enough. All that's left to do is linking your registered desire to go to the moon to your early memories. Then we'll pull the switch and voila! You'll be on the moon in no time. I have a question. Sorry, maybe I'll try to do an old man voice. If you can make Lily disappear, that means you can alter this world. Then, can you not simply make things happen and fulfill my wish here and now? That would work if this were your one true set of memories. What do you mean? What is this then? What am I? This is just a copy, a canvas for us to work with, if you will. I'm not sure how much time is left, really don't remember that well, but it'll be either a 3-hour stream or a 1-hour stream next time. If it says it'll either be 3 hour or 1 hour, so maybe I could finish it in 1 hour? Okay, let's see how long I can do this today. As for you, you're merely an algorithm traced from Johnny. Enough to reflect his likeliness, but far from complete. All we can do is prepare this canvas in a logically consistent way. And then, when we transfer your registered desire to your childhood, the machine will generate your new life, one where the desire dictates your behavior. The result of that would then be written to the real John. Also, that he will have the memories from this. So you see, even if we satisfy you, you are merely a read-only program. I mean, we could reset you over and over again and that's enough. Oh, don't be so sensitive. He's not real, you know? If you truly believe that, why do you even care to explain? I'm just trying to save time. Let's go. Doctor. Is that what I truly am? Oh. Whoa, what the? It's like a platformer. Wait, we're not doing a platformer, are we? All of our night's work. Oh, Oh, it's the timelines that we went through. What the? At least give me a warning first. What can I say? I like being ahead. Wait, he's just ahead. I'd ask if that's a pun, but I'm afraid you say yes. Oh, they're both ahead. Let's do this fast. I feel silly enough in this form as it is. All we need to do is pass his desire from the latest memory to the earliest. I need to do what? I need to do what? Line up 2 matching mementos on the edges to transfer the registered desire. What? Matching? Why would they be matching? Oh gosh, what? What? Okay, I'm just gonna brute force this. I don't know how to do this. What? What am I doing? Huh? Are they matching? What do you mean? Okay, I'm guessing I have to do something to make the lines appear. Okay, I'm gonna brute force. I'm a brute force. They're not lining. What is this? Hey, Eva, check this out. Nom 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 nom. Seriously? Oh, I don't know how to do this. Shoot, what is this? What do you mean by matching? What do you mean by... What? Oh, I think matching as in, like, literally matching? Like the flower to the flower? And then the... What would match here? This? What, to make the little yellow thing match the little yellow thing? What? But I can't... How can I get this one to... Oh, I kind of get it. Oh, they literally have to match. They literally have to look like each other. Okay. Then this... let's check on how... At this point, there's the full playthrough. Oh, it's long. Wait, they got here in 2 hours? It took me like 6 hours to get here. Are you serious? It took me 6 hours to get here. Okay, what would match here? There's nothing that matches here. There's nothing here that looks like that. Not even the platypus. Oh, the book! Book! I have to make the book match. Wait, but then how do I get this one to match? How am I supposed to link them all up? Yeah, I guess there'll be a third stream. I'm having a lot of trouble here. I don't know how to link these guys up. The book has to touch the book. I can... Oh, wait. Like this? No, I still can't. Bunny? What bunny? Oh, the bunny? The bunny matched the bunny? Like this? But what about here? No, but the book is not gonna... But the book... I have to make the book touch the book, though. If I make the book touch the book, then the bunny's not touching the bunny. Wait, unless... No, but then the flower is not touching the flower. Wait, was I close to doing something? Okay, you said bunny, so the bunny. Oh, thank you. I try. So bunny touching bunny, but the book has to touch the book. Okay. Book has to touch the book. Okay, let's try doing it in a reverse order. The glass have to touch the glass. Glass have to touch the glass. Eh? Did I do it? But I didn't match every single one of them. Dang, that's about all of the ones we can work with. Ready to pull the switch? Wait, did I do it wrong? Shoot. You know me, always ready. Okay, I hope I didn't get a bad ending or something. All right, let's go check out what souvenirs he brought back from the moon. Ladies first? Not this time, hun. That's a little too early. Let's enter from a bit further ahead to see the results. How further? How much further ahead? Here? Did we go to the moon? Huh. I guess this part is still the same. Let's check somewhere else. Are we trying to see if we changed the past? So are we just checking every single one? No, this looks the same. Sheesh, the same thing here as well? Usually there's at least some change. Something isn't right. These memories, they feel more than just having happened again. They're exactly the same. That's impossible. The desire was transferred, was it not? It was. Wait, what's the issue? What's the issue? Okay, this isn't right. What isn't right? How could everything be the same? Let's confirm it. We need his last accessible memory. Do I have to go back? This is the same setting as his real last accessible memory. I'm not too crazy about where this is going. Okay, I'm gonna save first, just in case I mess up something. If this is indeed the same memory, he'd be at the cliff overlooking the lighthouse. And there he is. Johnny?
What a pleasant surprise. We don't get many visitors around here.
Deja vu again. My name is Dr. Eva Rosaline, and this is... What? I'm not saying it twice. Dr. Neil Watts. Are you familiar with the Sigmund Agency of Life Generation?
Oh, are you two from the agency? How convenient. I've just been thinking of calling you. Lily, get us some tea, please. Lily?
Freeze him too. Well? Wait here. I'll go send the desired signal again. So something went wrong and it's not working. So all that hard work went for nothing. See if there are any changes. It transferred successfully for sure. Any changes? Not even a hair. How could this be? Even if his desire doesn't work alone, why is there no change at all? Perhaps it just needs some provoking to activate. From his early memories? The earliest we can get to. Okay, we have to get to his childhood memory. Let's go. Oh, is that the earliest? Isn't there an even earlier one? Johnny's desire to go to the moon might need some stimulation to be brought up, huh? Well then. Oh, he changed the posters to she changed the posters to the moon poster. What the? This wasn't what they said was playing? Oh well. Do you mind, River? No, I like this one. Alright, let's go then. Hopefully that's enough for an ignition. Wait, where's Neil? Neil? Did you see To the Moon? To the Moon is the name of the movie. That's where the title came from. Ow, 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 what? Oh, hi, Muffin. Oh, thank you for the stretch. And thank you for the hydrate. And thank you for the bits. How are you, Muffin? Oh, okay. Okay, bye, Muffin. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. How was it? It has a bit too much pretense for me. I prefer my movies to be a bit more, je ne sais quoi. Hey, français! Okay, so I'm looking for Neil. Maybe he's watching the actual movie, which would make sense. Is he in there? To the moon, darling. Oh, Henry! Isn't that a chocolate bar? Oh, Henry? Dear Lord, I'm way too tired and hungry to be constructing movies. Oh, yeah. It is mandatory in elementary school when I was around grade 4. But then when you get to high school, it becomes an elective. So from grade 4 to grade 7, we had to learn French. Then in high school, you can pick between a couple different languages. I took some French because I wasn't really sure what to take, and then I switched to like some other like Japanese. French. It's kind of sad. Technically, I took at least a couple years of French, but I only know some very, very, very basic stuff. Like I know how to introduce myself. Je suis une Canadienne. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Je voudrais un hamburger. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Like really, like some so basic that you don't need to take French to know it. You can probably pick it up if you watch any French movies. I took it for a minimum requirement. Yeah, because you use it or lose it, right? In Canada, at least where I live, everything is in English. I think unless you live in Quebec, almost everything is in English. And even if there's French, there's also an English equivalent. So for example, instruction sheets would have a French version and an English version. And of course, we would be reading the English version. I would be reading the French version. So, and I don't watch any French shows or read French books. So outside of like the couple hours a week in high school, I didn't really retain anything, unfortunately. I remember visiting my cousin, their bags of food. Yeah, it is. So on, even in like instruction sheets, when you buy, say, a refrigerator, like it'll have a manual that looks really thick, but that's because half is English, half is French. So we know to just look for the English half of the manual. It just makes everything double thick. We had to take French. I was the worst in French. I was so bad in French too. I think there's just so much grammar that for me to remember. Like there's like il, el, like lay, la. Like there's like he plural, she plural, he singular, she singular, they singular, and it changed how to you spell words. And some words are feminine, some words are masculine. Like there's la and lay, and I have to remember which one is la, lay, or le. Like that killed me. I think my grammar was the absolute worst. I was just probably mixing up everything and turning people into inanimate objects, or turning objects into like masculine or feminine form. Oh, I remember how to say, I think cat is like what? La chat? Is cat? What's dog? I remember cat is la chat. I forgot what's dog. I remember ice cream is le glace. And I remember hamburger is hamburger. Oh wow, it's all gone. It's all gone. I'm sorry, Pendulin. It was a lot more fun when I took Japanese. Because I was already familiar with it. Yeah, but French was hard. It sounds so nice though. I like listening. Like when I hear people speak French, it sounds so elegant. I wish I can do all those pronunciations, but I can. Yeah, the le la. Don't forget the lay, L-E-S. It's not just lay and la. It's also le la lay. And having to remember all that, it does look so nice though. And the accent aigu. Remember the accent aigu? Oh, but my spelling in English is bad enough. So spelling in French is double bad. Because I think there's some words that look similar to English, but are spelled a little differently. I know one French song. It's like I learned in French class. It teaches you how to count to 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Violetta, Violetta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Violetta, bicyclette. Let's go around now. Oh, what It's like an elementary song that they taught us. I think in elementary. May I ask what elective languages were in your high school? I know mine had Spanish, French, Japanese. I don't remember other ones because all my friends were either in French or Japanese. I don't think any of my friends took Spanish. Oh, Spanish, French, and German. Oh, interesting. Is there a lot of Spanish language in US? Because in where I live, there's not a lot of stuff in Spanish or German, but French is mandatory, so it's mandatory, but nobody speaks it. Dear Lord, oh yeah. Guess I should go see if anything's changed with John. I believe Spanish. Oh. But your instruction manuals and all that are strictly English, right? Or are there usually other language options? Like in Canada, it's like half English, half French. Like French is a mandatory, it has to be included. And I think our Prime Minister have to speak English and French as well. Because Canada is supposed to be a bilingual language. Yeah, typically, but I think they're starting to write stuff. Oh! Our side. I think our signs... I'm trying to think of well, not our street signs for sure. Our signs. Are our signs? You should see the... What is it like over there? Oh, what kind? Which languages, Sanat? How many? List them all. There's Danish. And what? I need to transfer through John to check the... I can't find John! Can't find John, though. Yeah, so whenever we buy like an electronic or something and there's like a really thick instruction manual, I don't get like scared of it anymore because I know half of it is French. So I'm like, don't worry, it's half as thick. And I feel a little bit bad for wasting the paper because I'm not gonna read half of it. Danish, German, Swedish, Norwegian, French, Italian. You have that much official languages in Denmark? Is it because you're part of the UK, so you're required to have every Europe language? I can't find John. Sanad, where's John? You're not the UK? What? You're not? Then what are you? Oh, sorry. They're so similar. They're both like 2 letters. I always mix up UK and EU because you're both 2 letters. I can't find John. Sanad, where's John? I can't find him. And then it won't let me leave. Okay. I thought having English and French in the manual was making it thick, but I guess Sanad has it even thicker. Yeah, French is a language that I wish I was good at, but unfortunately in a huge use it or lose it fashion, it's completely gone from my Canadian blood. Whenever I hear all these different languages, they all sound so cool. But Unfortunately, I only... You know what language I would love to learn? Sign language! It looks so cool, and it can be used, like, universally. Well, actually, I think there's more than one sign language. There's American Sign Language, and I think there's like another kind of sign language. We have all those languages because you decided it, so that you can get it. Oh, okay, okay. I can't find John! I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here. What the macaroni? Where's John? Oh, John is... Oh my god, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I don't know why. I thought John was a researcher. I was trying to look for a researcher, and he's right. John was... I walked past John like 5 times because I forgot his name. Sorry for making you sit through this, buddy. However, not all things have those languages. Then what do you decide does and does not have the language? Sign languages is one of them. Yeah, it looks so good. Have you guys seen the anime, what's it called? Koi no Katachi? Koi no Katachi, the silent voice? They animated sign language really well. Yes, yes. I love that anime. And I read the manga first. KyoAni did a really good job in adapting it. It's all the same. I'll have to try igniting it somewhere else then. This is ridiculous. I have to go back to... I have to go... Oh, go back to John. Lily? If you like a silent voice, you might like the other shows that KyoAni did, such... We shall not speak of Kawaii from the manage... What? Kawaii from the manage. The manga? Kawaii? I forgot who's Kawaii. Kawaii from the what? Is that a character? Well, I'm guessing when a company sells their wares to a lot, it's just easier to... That is true, but you know, some laws might mandate that they have to if they want to sell it in a certain country. Kawaii was the blonde girl. Is that the one that looks all friendly and sweet? At first? Perhaps something here could work. So did she throw an encyclopedia in your face? Huh? Did she? Shut up, dude. What are you guys doing here? It's starting. Let's go get a good spot. Yes. Yeah, I remember her. I didn't like her. Wait. Oh, speaking of which, if you like the works of a silent voice, have you watched To You the Immortal? Because season 2 is starting this month. Wait, I don't remember that happening. Something must have changed. What? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where'd he go? Hey, don't squeeze! They're all in the gym. Wait a minute. I've not watched it. I read it long before it became an anime. To You the Immortal? It's ongoing still. Yeah, it's probably the laws. I'm guessing that all wares, whether they be food and have English cards, because otherwise how will I know what to do or what's in the food? Yeah, that is true. If they only print it in, say, English and you can't read English, then good luck. Time to eat those Tide Pods. This isn't a real change. This is... May I have your attention, please? As you know... Wait, Dr. Watt? As you know, I am a representative sent from NASA in all its glory. And I am here to tell you all about it. Oh, he's trying to make them be interested in the moon. You Immortal is one of my favorite... I read the first chapter when it came out. I cried so hard. I ugly cried. Then when the anime came out, I watched the first episode and I ugly cried again. It was so good. Hit it, Timmy! Wow, that was terrible. But I digress. Anyways, I know that many of you are wondering, what chances do I have of doing something as awesome as adventuring in another realm? To inhale the sweetness of Venus, to swim counterclockwise through the rings of Saturn,
Or perhaps just chilling at the backside of the moon? Well, here at NASA, we believe that with enough will, everyone has the potential. It could be you. Or you. Or perhaps you.
Oh, Google, I can tell you the Google Arc was handled very beautifully. Yeah, I can tell you Google Arc was one of my favorite arcs. And what's her name? Marsh? Marsh? Was also very well done. But I don't want to go to the moon.
Then you're in luck.
Wait, what? Why not? Why should I? I'm happy here on Earth as it is.
Well, don't you want to go there even a little bit?
No, why?
Not even a tiny bit? No? Well, as an official NASA recruiter, I shall go over some facts about the moon. To start off, the moon is 4.5 billion years old. And did you know that its surface is about as big as Africa? I bless the rain down in Africa. It's true. In fact, if you try to bike around the moon, this is gonna put them off the moon more than anything else. Like forcing little kids to listen to you lecture for like an hour. Also, it takes 1.5247 seconds for light to travel to the moon from here. And if you drive a flying car, it takes 130 days.
I knew that.
And last but not least, people who go to the moon get rich and famous! And they get all the girls and they go on TV.
I love the Google Arc type. I didn't realize. Oh, thank you, Pipit. Thank you for not doing the spoiler. But I can say that I read the manga as well. And
Here we go.
Yoichi! Thank you so much! Nachino Yoichi. Thank you! How was the cooking? What did you cook?
My head math did this. Well, I don't have no head math.
Thank you, Yoichi! Long time no talk. Can you tell me what you made? I'm curious.
Did you make pancakes? Because I wanted to eat pancakes.
Hello, Raiders! Hi, everyone! Thank you so much for coming. My name is Mika.
I guess I'll just call myself a variety gamer, though I really like JRPGs, but I end up playing a lot of different things. And I'm currently playing a game called To the Moon. I have never played it before, but it's like Benjamin Button, but in a sci-fi fantasy. Yeah, Benjamin Button.
So yeah, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a lot of fun and that you had a wonderful stream, Yoichi. How you doing?
Next game will be... It's funny you mentioned horror, Sanad.
A conk and sprint? What's a conk and sprint? Is that a food? What's a conk? A beef stew. Oh, I know what's a beef stew. I never had. A red pepper and tomato soup. Is that like marinara sauce? Ratatouille! Like the movie! A regular tomato soup. Oh, okay, so like hot ketchup. A quick pumpkin soup. Oh, speaking of pumpkins, right?
An urban... Wait, urban explosive emergency?
Yoichi, what are you making?
Yoichi, what do you make in your kitchen?
FBI, open up! But what's a conk and sprint? I'm really curious about that.
So, that concludes my present. I didn't blow...
Is that what happened? Is that what happened?
I didn't blow up the kitchen.
That's what they all say.
It's okay, I blew up the mac and cheese. I blew up the mac and cheese, so we are even.
I also overfilled the cup noodle.
That's... You know what? They're both microwave. Microwaves are hard to use.
Are you still full?
I'm so full right now. I ate so much for breakfast today. So I'm impressed you still went cooking.
You know what they say, don't go shopping when you're hungry. Oh, hi, Walrus! Fly Mika to the moon, let her feast upon the stars. Wait, but that's rocks! On fire! Walrus, are you asking me to eat rocks on fire? I can't eat very hot things, as you know from my XL gum. I'm pretty full. Yeah, me too. I still need to go get pancakes sometime, though. Have you guys played To the Moon before? Remember, NASA welcomes any of you, especially if you're a brunette. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There's this girl I know. I'm trying to make... Well, if she enjoys those shows... Num num hot rock. What if you make like Korean barbecue on a star? It's technically possible, right? You get a little small piece of star that's on fire, and you put it in a Korean barbecue, and you cook it. I wonder if that changes the flavor, so you have like star-flavored meat, or like vegetables, or whatever you want to put on the BBQ. Oh, that's interesting. Or you can try smoking it too. Like, you know how people use different kind of trees to make smoked food? You can put a piece of star in there. What about lava? Can you cook with lava? See, now I'm interested in going to a volcano and do a BBQ over lava and see if it changes the flavor. I don't think lava is poisonous, so it'd be like instantly cooked food. Well, what do you think? NASA probably wouldn't hire you, but I suppose it was blatant enough for this. I do try pretty hard. Are you gonna see if that worked? Lava cooks with you. Wait, what do you mean? Lava cooks with me? Like it's gonna help me cook my food? I wanna try dangling a marshmallow over a lava, and then eating it. And then seeing if it's lava flavored. I bet I'll lava it so much. Of course, be right back. Back. Report. Utter failure. Deuce. Hey, don't get discouraged. I'm sure there are still things to be done. Such as? Well... Oh, you know, I'm gonna do another shout out, I just realized. So, as you see, I have an exclamation mark charity. Me, a Yoichi, a Walrus, and a bunch of other awesome VTubers. This month, we're doing a spectacular streamathon, which is helping the nonprofit charity called Gamers Outreach. And what Gamers Outreach do... Oh, I'm not as good as introducing this as Yoichi was. But basically, they have these mobile video game stations that they bring to hospitalized children. And so that they can play the video games and have some moments of stability and happiness, because it gets really scary and also very boring when you're in a hospital the whole time. So it's for a very wonderful cause. If anyone is able to support, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm still trying to figure out what to do if I do reach my $200 goal campaign for the charity. I'm thinking that I might do a Pogo Stuck stream, because it was one of my subathon goals that I didn't reach. So maybe I can reach it through here. For those who don't know, subathon is like Jump King, but worse. GDO tried playing GDO tried playing Pogo Stuck, and apparently it's a very difficult and frustrating game. That's why they said they really wanted me to play it. So I think I will make that my goal, but I will make a more official announcement later. I don't believe that lava radiates much heat. Wait, it doesn't radiate heat, but it's lava. It's very warm, don't touch it, but I don't think you can really cook anything above it. What if I put it in like a barbecue? Like I put it in a barbecue, and then so it's almost touching the metal. So it's really close to the metal. And then I put a piece of meat on the metal. What then? We can't afford to finish building this house, Isabel. But can you afford the lunar trip lottery? Oh my gosh, Neil is trying so hard. The metal would probably get hot very slowly. That's okay, I can wait. I'm not in a hurry. So it's like a microwave. But think about the flavor. Lava flavor. You can't even pay to get that kind of flavor. If you sell this house, you sure can.
Oh my god, he's going through every single memory, trying to make them be interested in the moon. Is a diagnosis certain? Yes. In fact, we rarely... Did you know that NASA has excellent healthcare plans? It's true, for both you and your spouse. Oh my gosh, this is so cringy. This is so cringy. Free pony rides in space! Oh, look, a wedding. Good for you. But here's a riddle. Guess where you should go for the honeymoon? River? I think you should be able to have your hand right above the lava without burning it. Really? That's kind of disappointing. I was totally fantasizing what flavor would like a lava burned barbecue would taste like. What if I put the hot dog in the lava? All the puns, please. Oh, this doctor is full of puns. He's very punny. He's very, very punny. How are you today, Walrus? I hope you had a good meal today. Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Dr. Neil? Dagnabbit! Glass! Slippery! This is just so how to make someone a flat. I don't know. These random people keep jumping up talking about how wonderful NASA is. Yeah, it's a little bit much. Have you heard about how awesome the moon is? The moon that is totally real and you should totally go there if you just join this club? Johnny! John! Here comes Johnny! Oh, good morning, Walrus. Thank you. My day is going fine. Like right now, I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for asking. I got stuck a little bit on this game, but I was able to brute force my way through like the way I do with most things. You still sleepers? And I hope you have a good stretch and don't be like me. Sometimes I stretch in bed and I get cramps in my legs. Quite a horrible feeling. Like I'll be sleeping, waking up, and I'm like, I'ma stretch my leg. Guess you would have to have a really good grip of your hot dog to cook it in lava. Otherwise, it would probably burn the bread somewhere. Why would it burn the bread? So now, you know when people cook hot dogs, it's just a sausage, right? You don't cook the bread. You just put the cooked hot dog in the bread afterwards. Phew. You know what? This just isn't working. It's more than just not working. It's ridiculous. You eat What do you mean? Everybody does. What? That's how everybody does it. At any barbecue cookout, you only cook the sausage and then you take the bun out of the bag. No, you don't. Nobody toasts the buns. I have never been to a barbecue where you toast the buns. Everyone just cooks the sausage on the grill or... No, every single one that I've been to, the buns are in a bag. And then there's the ketchup and the like cheese slices or whatever. So you put the sausage in the bun out of the bag, and then you put the ketchup and you eat it. That does sound nice, but how are you supposed to toast a bun when all you have is a barbecue grill? You can't grill a bun. And no one's gonna bring a toaster to a barbecue. Every single hot dog I've ever seen, I can tell you every single hot dog I've ever eaten has never had a toasted bun before. Maybe it's a Danish thing. But the sausage itself is warm. So when you bite into the cold bread, room temperature. When you bite into the room temperature bread with the hot sausage, then it mixes in your mouth and everything becomes warm. We are freaking professionals. I didn't sign up for the job to run around yelling at him like an idiot. You didn't? Yeah, why would I make your... No, it wouldn't make it cold. It'd make it warm. Look, and burgers too. Like when I went to like cookouts, the burger buns are also just in a bag. So we put the hot freshly made patty, freshly grilled patty on the bun. Then we grab a slice of American cheese, slap it on the patty, put some ketchup on it, put the burger bun lid on it, and I chow down. Do you not like warm
bread's not warm though. You buy them from the grocery store and then they sit on your kitchen counter. So when you eat it, it is room temperature. Unless you toast it. Like if I make a slice of toast, it will be warm. It's when you warm it up over the grill or in the oven. How do you warm up a bun over a grill? You're gonna burn it. Look, maybe this lack of sleep's getting to us. Had I known that we'd be in an all-nighter, I would have brought coffee. You place it on the grill. Okay, in my experience, usually the grill is already jam-packed full of like the burgers and the sausages and the chicken wings or whatever they're making, so there's no room for buns. I have seriously never been into a barbecue where people did anything with the buns. They're always just in a bag, like when you buy it from the grocery store. I agree. You should have seen the movie I constructed earlier. What movie? Exactly. Anyway, as valuable as time is here, this just isn't going anywhere like this. Let's take a break till morning. Hopefully Johnny can hang on till then. I do have some calls to make. So it's not working for some reason? Like they don't want to go to the moon? Like the desire wasn't real enough so they couldn't get him to go to the moon in his dying dream? What? What? Oh, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? It doesn't make sense. Why did the machine have no effect? It's blown up so I can't see. I Google it and I see not both toasted and not toasted bread. What are you Googling? If you Google bread, of course you're gonna see not toasted bread. Bread in its default state is not toasted. Johnny's registered wish to go to the moon was successfully transferred, yet hot dog on grill? So you're seeing like a plain non-toasted bread with a grilled sausage? There wasn't even a trace of him wanting to go to the moon after the transfer. Unless a secondary condition for the desire was changed in the process. You're Googling hot dogs, I just realized. Yeah, and I see a bread that's toasted with a... Well, I'm sure there are some out there. It's just not common. Toasted bread is toast... Walrus! Nice! I think Walrus got you there, Sanad. Toasted bread is toast. Sounds like someone is toast. I like toast too. I like plain toast with some butter and peanut butter. Hot dog bread that's toasted. That's a hot dog bread. There, new word, hot dog bread. Only then would the same desire produce two different outcomes at two different points in time. Man, I'm so full, but you're making me want to eat toast. Do you have French hot... What's a French hot dog? Wait, I'm gonna Google. What is a French... Is it a hot dog with a baguette? French hot dog. What is that? What the heck is that? That's like a corn dog. It looks like... You know what it looks like? A roller pin. You know when you make pizza? It's like a roller pin. You can grab the handle of the sausage and you can start rolling a pizza with it. I have never seen that. It looks so funny. It looks so funny. How is that different from a normal hot dog? Is it just how the bun is constructed? There's no denying that River played an important role through it all. If there's anything that could have caused the core to change, she would be the top suspect. It's a hot dog with a mustache. What? Oh! I am the hot dog. Sorry, I am le hot dog. Bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur. Je suis un hot dog. Francais hot dog. Yeah, basically, but the bread is also different. More crunchy than soft, like a baguette. But out of all things, what exactly caused it? River. Just what exactly did you do? I had a corn dog once. It wasn't as good as I was hoping. But maybe because it was like sitting out for too long, so it tasted a bit weird. The sun's rising. Korean corn dog, though. That was good. We don't have much time left. I wonder if Neil came up with anything. So, Nat, do you remember how much more of the game I have? According to Pippin, I still have a lot. But I have no clue. But Pippin, compared my progress with a YouTube playthrough. Where am I going? Oh, I wish I can sprint. Better go see if Neil has any ideas. I don't know where's Neil. I'm trying to find him. Where do you think I'm going? Oh, are they in the home? No? Ugh, you can smell that squirrel Neil ran over all the way from here now. I go talk to... Where's Neil? How is John doing? Barely hanging on. What are you two doing? Oui, place moi ma baguette. I must go to Le Destiny. Hey, Walrus, je m'appelle Baguette. Je voudrais un hot dog. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Comment ça, hot dog? My French is dying. My Canadian blood is dying by the second. I don't remember, and I'm still blown away by the fact that you don't work. Think about all the work there is. That's a lot of work. We're already heating up the patty. Why do you also want to heat up the bun? We just couldn't make any progress. You better be soon. We don't have long. If you're looking for your colleague, I think he's in the kitchen. Thank you. I was so lost. Are you getting culture shock, Sanad? Why would it be soggy? It's just a normal bun. It wouldn't be soggy. It's just the texture of a normal bun. No, I understand that part, but... Okay, did you confirm that in his records? And why again was this information not made available to us? Or the medical doctor, for that matter? Where do you get that coffee? Shh! Because otherwise, yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Are you speaking with headquarters? Yes! I'll fill you in after. Now, shh. I thought I left this at Johnny's bed. Oh yeah, where did you find that? I thought you shhed me. Temporarily unshh. Oh, ain't I lucky? Well, I found the rabbit in the lighthouse last night. Oh, the origami! There's a bunch more of them there, and in the basement too. Alright, resume shhing. When I put my juicy patty on top... Well, I see the difference here, Sanad. See, when I eat burgers, the patty is not juicy. It's hot, but it's dry. So there's no conflict with my bun. The bun stays dry, the patty stays dry. I just put some ketchup and American cheese slice on it. That will melt a little bit on the hot patty. Are you sure? No, it's everybody. That's how everybody makes it. I've never had a juicy patty from a barbecue before. They're always hot and dry. I'm not sure. We'll have to check on that. I see. Where do I go now? I just go back. Well, that's because I don't have to... No, how do you know I'm not having the quality food? Yeah, I went to the kitchen, but he doesn't want to talk to me. Because he's on the phone. Does he want to talk to me now? Are you done yet? But what if... Okay, I suppose so. What? See, he's not talking to... Wait, right, that part will do. Okay, I think I have to do something else to prompt him. That's because I have tried dry patties and no, they're good. I like that they are not too strong. If it's juicy, then there's fat in it. And who wants that? But Ma, I don't want to go to school. It's Sunday, dear. Shh, let them sleep. Are they sleeping feet to feet? Yeah, fat flavor. I tried having pork rinds the other day and I couldn't do it. Well, I think you were there too. I think you were in the call on my streamversary. I couldn't do the pork rinds because it tasted like fat. But I don't like the fat flavor. Oh, I think I have to talk to her. I really should have watched those two last night. They were up late. Well, it's not an everyday circumstance. I suppose... Oh, was there something you wanted to ask? Oh, I can ask stuff! You know, it's pretty unusual for someone like you to work here. With 2 children and all, I mean. It's not that bad, really. There's a school bus that passes through here. But how do you even end up here? Well, a few years ago, my husband passed away. What happened? Would you ask people what happened when they say their husband passed away? He was in the army. They were the last batch to be deployed overseas. Sorry to hear. You don't sound very sorry. I panicked. Our savings were low, and the job market was grim. Johnny saw my ad and offered me this job. I accepted with gratitude. This place was peaceful, too. It helped me with my grieving. Doesn't the government issue grants to war widows to help them get back on their feet? They do, and eventually I received aid. But by then, Johnny was starting to have trouble on his own. He needed my help. Tommy and Sarah liked this place too, and so we stayed. As for Johnny, he was glad as well. We're going to miss him. Aww. I think deep down, he really wanted a family. Is Johnny gonna leave the house to them then? Because I don't think he has children. Are they gonna get a free house? So what are you gonna tell them? About John? I don't know. I'll probably make something up, but it's no use. Kids are smart nowadays. They'll figure it out. Kids have always been smart. Might as well. It's the nature of life. There's nothing to hide. This is your full-time job, isn't it? What will you do when this is over? What else is there to do? Find a job in the city and live on, I suppose. It's a shame, though. I'm gonna miss Johnny and this place. Maybe I'll come back to visit every once in a while. What's gonna happen to the house? Okay, Oh, hey. Before Johnny fell unconscious, he told me that you two would probably be coming soon. He said that he probably wouldn't get the chance himself, but... he wanted me to tell you thanks for him. So, thank you. Maybe the real house for the friends we made right along the way. No, you're the house we made along the way. That sounds kind of wrong. Well, you can be my roof? I can perch you on my tent? I think walruses are waterproof, right? Don't worry, I'll make sure to provide you with like a lot of pizza. I'm a house. You're a walrus and a house. You're flexible like that. Well played, walrus. What is it? It seems like our little... Here comes Johnny! Sorry, I haven't even watched that horror movie, but that scene is so iconic. I've never even heard of it. Like, I only see it in memes. I don't actually know how he says it, but I'm assuming it's something like, here comes Johnny! Like, his expression sounded like it would sound like that. Yeah, I think a lot of horror movies, I just know them from the memes, but I end up knowing it from the most iconic scenes. So even though I never watched it, I know, for example, it puts... What is it? It puts lotion on the skin, or it gets the hose again. Or everything floats down here. Or, Jack, I won't let go. Sorry, wrong movie. That's Titanic.
That's Titanic. I mean, there's scary parts, but I guess it would not count as horror. I watched. I watched a Titanic. Did you know there was an alternate ending to Titanic? I watched it on YouTube. Where I think she... I don't think this is a spoiler. I figured people probably have seen the movie by now. It's been many years. But you know the last scene where the Rose, as an old lady, quietly throws the... Was it the heart of the ocean? That jewelry back in the sea? The ocean? Sorry. She throws the heart of the ocean in the sea. But there's an alternate ending where apparently the director of the project actually tries to stop her. Like, he saw her doing it. And he's like, don't do it! And then she's like, but don't you see? Like, and then she makes some really weird speech. Like, don't you see? Like, I meant to do it. And she throws it and he like nods like, I understand. And then like peaceful music, like happy music plays. It's so bizarre. Like, he spent so much money, but this lady makes this one speech and renders his entire project like invalid. But he's like, yeah, you do it. You throw that in the ocean. I can see why they didn't use it. I can see why they didn't use that alternate version. Titanic is a forbidden love. Oh, bro. Walrus. Walrus. Well, I guess they did meet each other halfway. Titanic's an interesting movie. I watched it. I'm not a big romance movie fan, so honestly, I didn't watch it for the romance. I just watched it for the action. But I did read a lot of behind the scenes and how a lot of care was put into the set. I mean, if you put it like that. Oh, or iceberg reminds me of iceberg lettuce. I don't like lettuce. It's not a boat, it's a ship. Right? Wait, what's the difference between a boat and a ship? I think a boat doesn't have a top. And a ship has a top. So you can go in a ship, but you go on a boat. It seems our little Johnny here has some hidden records from the old days. Wait, why chocobo? Quit? Do you think there's gonna be the chocobo theme in Final Fantasy 16? A boat is a small ship, and a ship is a papa boat. What about grandpa boat? Is there grandpa boats? Hidden records? Hidden medical records, to be exact. Apparently, during his youth, he was administered a large dose of enhanced beta blockers. What is a beta blocker? Like, he opted to do beta testing? And what luck! They tend to have this little side effect on a curious thing called memories. Oh yeah, they blocked the beta, so he's an alpha. You're right. Beta blockers. You want to be a true alpha, you block those betas. Johnny didn't have a heart condition, did he? Apparently not. Which leads one to wonder if the side effects were intended to be merely just that to begin with. It's a conspiracy! Dun dun dun! And in such a large amount... Wait, was he like the victim of a science experiment or something? Its impact on his memories at the time of administration must have been significant. You think that's what kept us out of his earliest memories? Well, it's not the machine, I'll tell you that. The maintenance department yelled at me for scolding them. So what now? I was just given the reconfiguration frequencies. That should get us past the blockers. And once we're in his childhood, it might finally be early enough to transfer his desire for it to work. Then what are we waiting for? But just one thing. Of course, there's always that one thing. In order to activate the new frequencies, we'll need a trigger. A trigger? Something that exists strongly in the bridging inaccessible memory. The platypus doll! And we'll need to give it to John for him to stimulate his memory internally. But what do we know of that? We've only gotten a glimpse of his childhood memories. And even if we find a childhood photo or something,
John's unconscious. I love platypuses. Did you know? Did you know they're like the only they're only mammal that lays eggs but also secretes milk, but they don't have nipples. There's just like these little parts in their sides that produces the milk. Also, their claws have like venom in it, and they have like a bill. And the first explorer that discovered the platypus thought it was some prank, and he thought it was some animal with a duck bill that was sewed on it. Fun facts about the platypus. I remember reading about it and was just so fascinated about the platypus. And also the name is so fun to say. It's like papaya. Papaya and platypus are two really fun words to say. Yeah, back to square one. Yeah, they say it's like nature just put a bunch of leftover parts into one animal and turned it into the platypus. And they're so cute. But so it was so funny when I learned that the claws are actually venomous. So careful, don't get scratched by a platypus. I remember I loved reading about animals when I was a kid. I remember learning about the Komodo dragons and learning that there's these really big lizards that can also take down deer. And I was learning about like kangaroos and joeys and marsupials and how like kangaroos, wallabies, and I think koalas and pandas, they all give birth to babies that are like the size of a stamp. And then they crawl into a pouch and they continue to develop in there. They're so interesting. I watched so much nature shows when I was a kid. And I read so much and I watched so much animal videos online and in books. Fascinating. It still shocks me that... Wait, what? Tell me more. Oh, because moose like to swim, right? I know that moose go... But killer... What? Wait. No, I know they swim in lakes, but do they go in oceans? How can a killer whale reach them? Likewise. This is killing me. I'm going out to get some fresh air. I know that hippos are like one of the world's deadliest animals and has killed more people every year than sharks or other animals. Because hippos are crazy aggressive and territorial, apparently. Forgot my coffee. Moose can swim really deep and far. Holy macaroni. You know what really, really fascinated me as a child? Giant squid. I just loved reading about how there were myths of the kraken and like rumors, urban legends of the giant squid, and then an actual giant squid like floated to the shore like a dead body, and they saw how big it was, its eyes as big as basketballs, and they realized it was real. And before they saw the dead body, before they discovered the first giant squid, how they knew it was real was they caught whales with giant like tentacle marks on them. So they were fighting with whales. And that's why there's like suction cup marks on the whales, and that's how they knew that they do exist. Giant squids are just so fascinating because they prompt so much mythology, and they actually exist. It's one of the ones where a myth actually came true, unlike mermaids. I remember reading about mermaids and finding out that they're just manatees. Oh yeah, Fruit Salad Puncher, those. That is one giant squid. And also, when I learned that a lot of people, the sailors, thought manapees. Am I saying this right? Manapees? Mantapees? You know those M animals? They thought they were mermaids? I'm like, wait, what? Why did you pick mermaids so beautifully, but they're this big gray blob? Note, beta blocker. Oh, manatee! Thank you, thank you. Oh, the humanity. What? It smells! Quit barging in and out of doors. The roadkill, Eva! It smells! I know, it's your fault for running over it. What's going on? The children are still sleeping. Nothing wrong with being a big gray blob. No, there's nothing wrong, but it's funny how people depict mermaids as like these beautiful, like walruses and manatees are beautiful, but you know, like skinny blonde, like women with like a little slim tail. But the reality is a manatee. Just thought, but they say in like a thick fog or something. I guess I can see how. I remember wishing so hard. May I ask, what do you do when you lure the sailors in? Fronzella puncher! Go on, Walrus. What do you do? What's step 2? That is very cursed. There's no body, there's no torso. Wait a minute. Haven't got that far yet. So when you actually lure in a sailor, are you gonna be like, oh shoot, I didn't think I would actually succeed. You like pizza? That last memory, the one we were stuck at. It was the same smell. What are you two talking about? I'll eat pizza. I'll eat pizza with you, Walrus. What's your favorite pizza? What are your favorite toppings? The olfactory receptors are directly linked to the brain's limbic system, Lily. Don't you see what this means? What? He means that smell is arguably the most effective sense for memory recall. We can use it as a stimulant to bridge his childhood memories. And the best part, even though Johnny is unconscious, he's still susceptible. I think I'm missing some vital contextual info on this whole thing. Onion meats... corn on pizza? I don't think I have been to a... like, Pizza Hut and Domino's? I don't think they have corn as an ingredient that you can choose. Oh, yes, in Japan. Yes, that I know. I was thinking of Japan when you said that, and then I was thinking about the pizza places near me in Canada, and I've never heard of corn. You don't like corn, or you don't like corn on pizzas? Alright, this is good. This is awesome. Now you just need to go fetch a piece of the roadkill. Yes, I'll just... Wait, why should I fetch it? Oh, that's fair. I don't like onions, personally. So, if I do pizza, I'll probably do a very generic pepperoni pizza, or maybe meat lovers, or cheese. Just please no vegetables, and please no... What's that fish called? Anchovies? I didn't even know anchovies was a fish. I thought anchovies was like a kind of olive or something. So when I found out they're mini fishes, I was like, what? Fish on pizza. You're the one who ran over it. Excuse me, I've already done my part. Exactly. I've already done my part. Walrus, don't talk near the cornfield. They're all ears. Oh, you miserable bastard. If it helps any, I have a pair of gloves you can borrow. They aren't really disposable gloves, but that'll probably change after this. Wait, do we have to go fetch roadkill? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, we actually have to go fetch roadkill. Wait, what does she mean by a piece of roadkill? Get the car? Why? No, there's already roadkill. Walrus! Are you suggesting I make roadkill? No, we're getting a piece of already roadkill. But even that means... Ew. Okay, we have to go to the roadkill and fetch. Fetch! I know some people eat roadkill, but only if it's killed in like a neater way. Wait, what? Huh, deja vu. I wish there was a sprint option. She walks very slowly. Hmm? Is that a cat? How'd I get there? How'd I get there? What is that? Is that the roadkill? The kind of things this job gets me into. Oh, I think it's a cat or something. It's not safe to just bring in a piece of germ-infected roadkill like this. There's a valued container in the car. It'll at least make its odor controllable. Wait, Walrus, have you played this game before? We actually have to go to the car. Does Walrus know this game? Oh, just make, well, you were making a joke, but you actually told me what to do. Genius. Walrus's secret power, making jokes and doing a walkthrough at the same time. Where are you going? I gotta go take a leak. Ew. The way you put it. What a mess. The crash shook everything up. Let's see. Ah, here it is. Received valved container. Now to get some of that dirty roadkill. Received contained roadkill odor. Ew. Okay, I have never smelled roadkill before and I hope I never do. Come on, Eva, you can do it. You can walk a little faster. I have faith in you. I have faith in... Oh! Oh, hey. You get the roadkill? It's ready. Great! Go get it set up. I'll be right back. Sus. He's being very sus. Where are you going? I gotta go feed my digital pet. Tamagotchi? What? Yeah, dudette. I've been feeling retro. Anyway, hurry and go set things up. I'll be there in no time. What are you... We've got someone dying back there! What the... I love... first they say... Holy overcooked macaroni, and now they say, what the potato? I love this game! Potato! What the potato? I want to turn on my light. It's getting a bit dark. Okay, from now on, we say, what the potato, okay? New language acquired. I have no time to check on him now. What the potato? Potato-toe! Oh, now I want some potatoes. So when we get to that exact point, I'll send a signal. When I do, I want you to release the valve for about 3 seconds. Certainly. Oh, so you did a good job of cooking it. Telegram is... Can you give me a little more details than Ultra Scuff? So... Did you just type something in there just as a placeholder? About time you showed up. Have you made sure the germs are sealed off? Okay, what is your actual request, Sylv? I just took the... Oh, it's frozen! The frozen ones! Nice. Fully sealed and filtered. Not like it mattered to a dead man. You should know that Johnny's condition is deteriorating fast. This might be your last chance, you two. Whatever you do in there, good luck. Luck's the last thing we need. So Sylv, what do you want? We're in Act 3. This would be a good time to get started on your art request, Sylv. They shine their lights at the other art lighthouses. Me making friend with a potato. Okay, sure. Banana! Let's go. Oh, Sylv, just because I don't know if your design has changed, I haven't drawn you in a while. Do you mind DMing me your current design, please? Now go save. Let me get started. We're gonna do a little art now. Thank you. Yeah, let me just get started up on my art page. And let me just change my stream title. Art. Redeem. Art. And then let's switch over the art page. Sorry, did we just close some stuff? So for those who don't know, usually on weekends, if I'm not doing any collabs, I have a 10,000 point art redeem where I will draw a character of your choice if you do the redeem. I do it only on weekends because on weeknights you can just DM me or you can put it in the art section, whichever you like. Can you just private message me or general media? Both is fine. Let me just check my Discord. Okay, let me know once you've posted it. Oh, art. Okay, I see it. Thank you, Sylv. Oh, I didn't know you're a schoolgirl now. Okay, good night, Pipit. Thank you so much for your help with the game. Seriously, thank you so much. Okay, you are gonna show up. What? No, don't bonk me. Ow! You absolute mad lad, you actually bonked me. Okay. Let's start drawing Sylv. Also, I didn't know you like potatoes so much. Oh, thank you for the head pad. Thank you. Okay, let's start getting Sylv. Oh, I remember Sylv was one of the first art redeems I did. Potatoes are, yes. That's why Sylv is gonna be friends with the potato. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna have to crop you. Sorry, Sylv, I have to crop you a little bit. Give me 1 second. Just because right now, it's hard to move your. So I'm just gonna crop you. I'm not gonna crop your actual picture. I'm just gonna crop how big it is so I can fit you on the page. There. Save. Go back. And do this. Oh, do you use Krita too? No, not. People don't redeem it all the time. Because it takes a lot of points. So it's not something that most people can redeem every single week. It's 10,000 points, Sylv. It takes a lot of time to get that much points. Okay, let's get started. So Walrus, do you use Krita? It was one of the first ones that was recommended to me when I looked up a free art program. Nat, how many points do you have? I do pencil. Oh, you're so pro. I just do one or the other. 24K. Nice. I guess you can also bonk me like 2,400 times. But why would you do that? Alright. Okay. Ow! No, I was joking. Don't. No, I was joking. Don't actually bonk me. No, don't actually bonk me. Oh gosh, no, Sanat. This wasn't a joke. Nah, I'm just learning it easy. Oh, may I ask what usually you like to draw? I draw a lot of hamsters. I draw for. Aww. I really need to check out your page. I want to see your art, Walrus. I would love to see your art. no, a little smaller. Wait, why are you bonking me, Pendulin? Are you bonking me? For a second, I thought the hammer was someone waving. I was like, oh, Pendulin saying hi. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I haven't posted anything on that. Oh, I only started digital when I started streaming. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh! Okay, I need to adjust how fast the solo bong train comes. It really scares me. It's so fast. I'm so sorry. It's so fast. I'm gonna adjust it right now. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, don't use the bonk feature because I'm hiding it for a second, okay? I'm adjusting something. Don't use the bonk feature. It's not gonna work for the next second, please. No. I'm hiding it for now. Don't use it. You're gonna waste your points. I'm not gonna refund your points because I'm lazy, so don't use it. I'm gonna disable it for 1 second, okay? Okay, it's disabled right now. So I have to adjust the... No, don't use it! I'm not refunding your points! Just give me a second. Bonk train, object. Yeah, speed needs to be slower. Speed. Wait, is that any slower? It shouldn't be delay. I think this should be okay. Rotation speed. Okay, let's see. That worked. Sorry. No one needed to see that. Wait, let me bonk myself. As much as I hate to do it, I need to see if it works. I'll do that. Okay, it's still fast. Well, I'll have to figure this out later. Delay me. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Okay, okay, I disabled it again. Thank you. I wasn't sure what speed meant. Arigato. Solo bonk train. Delay. Naruhodo. Delay. 10 is annoying. Oh yeah, the new version, right? I think because the old version was not letting you authenticate on Twitch. But because of that, I did have to do a lot of adjustments. I think that should be better. That should be better. On the OBS, there's been so much updates lately. Okay, let's do a dad joke. Where's my dad jokes? Oh, okay. What was the witch's favorite subject in school? So what it... That's a really good guess, but no. Arts and craft? You all have really, really good guesses. Like, I can totally see them being canon. But that's not the canon answer. Home brewing? Okay, I'll give you the correct answer. The correct answer is... spelling! Get it? Spelling! Ah! Math or hexadecimals. Walrus, I'm allergic to math. Why? It's a cute joke. I'm really bad at spelling though. You know one word that I can never spell correctly? Like there's one word I have a lot of trouble spelling restaurant and spaghetti. Which is be crazy for them language class. Why? Because I like spelling so much. Oh, you enhanced my joke! I see what you did there. I don't even spell... You just abbreviated it, Sylph. You just abbreviated it. pastry? Oh, you missed the... Not missed, but I not finished the game, but I finished this, the game version, the game part of the stream. Now I'm doing Sylph's art redeem, which is Sylph being friends with a potato. And Walrus is here! Oh, thank you so much for coming! How are you? I hope you ate something nice today. Chicken... Wait, isn't that a pasta? Bruh, Pastry always has like the best sounding foods, I swear. Every time Pastry is like streaming or anything and he's like, oh, Pastry wife just made me something. And I'm like, what? And he always lists like the most delicious stuff in the world. I'm like, what the heck? I want Pastry wife. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I like to eat. What the heck? Tomato sauce, fried chicken and cheese. Pastry wife. This is from a restaurant. Still, Pastry wife. I'm not taking what I said back. Well, I was more thinking. Oh, that's a bit much. I don't want to move. I like my room. But maybe if you visit, Pastry wife can visit. You can use my home as an Airbnb. But the B comes from Pastry wife. I'll pay you. It's like a portable Airbnb. Pastry wife provides the food. I provide the room. I think that's fair. You get room with my hamster. Pastry. Airbnb, I don't think lets you live there for 12 years. What kind of Airbnb do you go to? Can you? Can anyone actually... Technically you can go there as well. But Airbnb is... Wait, it's actually cheaper than a hotel. Now, I don't know why would anybody want to actually do that, but... So it's legally possible? It's legally possible to live forever in an Airbnb and then the renter, the person renting it to you is your landlord? Is there a rule that says you can't live? I don't know. I've never been in an Airbnb before. It's kind of like you can technically just... You know what I hear? I hear some seniors. I don't know. I don't remember if they have more or less money, but they're retiring on like luxury cruises because there's like medical care there, and it's a lot more exciting and fun than being in a nursing home. Yeah. And I think someone did the math, and it's apparently cheaper to do that because there's like senior discounts. So it's actually cheaper to live out your retirement days in a luxury cruise than in an actual care home. So something to think about. But of course, if you don't get seasick, I get seasick. I didn't used to get seasick, but then one day I just did. But no, actually maybe I always did. I just don't go on a lot of like ferries and things like that. I have to retire to 7 seas. Wait, Sylph, if you're the 7th, you don't mean as a pirate, right? I'll live out my retirement on the moon, whether there's an up. How? How are you gonna do that? But you know, I have heard of people arranging to have their ashes blown to this outer space. I don't know if it's actually doable or not, but I have heard of that before. Oh my gosh, so it's gonna be the last place you wanna be? I heard it's really, really quiet in space. Because there's no sound there. I'm gonna have my ashes baked into a cake. Pastry? Pastry? That's like food contamination. What are you gonna do if somebody was allergic to you? What are you gonna do if someone was allergic to your ash? Then what? How are they gonna sue you when you already... I'll take them to... Okay, don't... Reminder to yourself, don't go to Pastry's Bakery. I don't know what are the prime ingredients is. When he says they're organic, he really, really means it. Oh, there's also people who get said you can turn your ashes into diamonds. Like insert it into diamonds or make them... Because ashes are like carbon, right? So you can actually manufacture diamonds with them. Like you can make jewelry out of someone's ashes. That's what I heard. After why would ash turn into... Wait, Sylv, why? Why? But what if like a million years later the life forms on Earth are really cool? No, don't encourage that. It sucks to be. They can't help it. They're gonna be like, what's it? What is that? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's someone's ashes. You know you didn't really have to do any of that, right? What else? There's a lot of funky things you can do with people's ashes. I have also heard, yeah, making it into a tree. Like you can fuse it with a piece of paper that has a seed in it, so you can plant the paper and you'll turn into a tree. No, it's just like fun facts you read online. Don't you read random stuff online? Like Today I Learned kind of stuff? I never read. You know, Pert was talking about reincarnating me yesterday. He wanted to reincarnate me 20 years back to the Stone Ages, so I have to eat raw carrots and not save scum to survive. I don't really know what he means. Pastry is actually planning to possess anyone who eats their ashes. What? Wait, what if like 5 people ate your ashes? How are you gonna possess 5 people? How are you gonna possess 5 people? Like what, at once? Or do you take turns? Okay, funny story. When I was a kid, I went to the graveyard with my mom. For lack of a better word, because I don't know what's the actual word for saying it, to like visit my relatives who are buried there. And I saw a gravestone of someone who passed away very young. So I said, Mom, this person passed away so young. And then she ignored me. So I was like, Mom, did you not hear me? I said this person passed away very young. And she goes, shh. If you show them pity, they're gonna follow you home. So being a little brat, I was like, what happens if like 6 people took pity on them? How do they follow all of them home? Do they take turns? Do they go to each home like every day? Do they go to each home once a week? Do they keep a schedule? What if another person, like how many max people can they follow home? Then my mom just told me to be quiet. I was like, how does it work? How does it work? You split your soul 5 ways, each get their own personality. Oh, and then there's gonna be an ultimate quest to gather all the souls together to revive the pastry. Well, my mommy is slightly... That's how Annabelle is... What's Annabelle? Isn't that the name of a cow? I'm pretty sure Annabelle is the name of a cow. Or am I thinking of something else? What's the next movie you'll watch? Annabelle is a movie? Wait, it's a horror movie? Everyone who gets possessed will make the sun urge to make a donut and all me too. Wait, isn't that what Sephiroth does? The reunion? Genova cells? Pastry, are you the next? Are you Final Fantasy VII? Are you the remake? Revive the pastry, defeat the demon. Oh, Annabelle. Well, I'm kind of curious to Google image Annabelle, but I'm scared I'll see scary things. Is it an actually visually scary movie? I'm a little tempted to Google it. What's a Dono Rock? What is it? What's his theme songs? Do 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 Donna Roth. Do 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 Donna Roth. Do 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 do. It's in oh! Is that what they're saying? You know, if I have to see that scene of Sephiroth in the fire one more time, remade in another way, I'm gonna be like, Square, Enix, I know that's a very iconic scene, but you really have to rely on other iconic scenes. It can't always be that scene of Sephiroth turning his back with the fire going on around him. SS ones. Is that how they? Is that the line before the Sephiroth? Okay, let me try doing it. S1's Interliz Iraven Manti Sephiroth. What is it? What does it actually mean? I don't know what it means. Burning inside with violent anger, but he always looks so calm. That's why it's inside. Wait, so Nat, have you played Final Fantasy VII? Either the remake, or the spin-offs, or the main game? I feel like you haven't. Okay, fine. I was just thinking about how he's always... They always try to make him look so cool. They always try to make him look so cool in any cutscene. He always does this. Like, he always has to slowly look up. It's always that scene. Otherwise, geez, look at him. He looks angry. Sephiroth! Here comes with a potato. I would be scared. I'm sure, you know, I'm sure that when the PC version of the game comes out, there are gonna be mods that replace his sword with like a potato or something. There's always mods. Okay, I'm gonna have so Sylv is gonna be friends with Potato, and I'm gonna have Sylv fist bump a potato. A potato. Oh, I'm so looking forward to Final Fantasy, the remake, part 2, because I'm so curious on how much of the story they're gonna change. Not spoiling anything, but the ending was a little different. Some parts of the ending was straight up contradicted how the main game went. So I know everyone is wondering now, like, how much is it gonna be a remake, and how much is it gonna be a retell? Not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy with one of the I won't say which one, but there is a certain development that some people are mad about because it's different, and I really like. What do you mean, Sylv? I'm sure you draw really nicely. Also, I can't draw very nicely, but I'm trying my best for you.
It's a generic potato. Don't sound surprised. It's not you?
If it was me, I would make myself a little slimmer.
Because oh, I hate how you actually make sense. I do say return to potato a lot.
Gosh darn it. GG.
Oh. Pastry. Oh, I see.
Poco? Poco sounds really cute. Poco-chan. Okay, we'll do Poco. Poco and Sylph. Poco the potato. If anyone else redeems in the future, it would be nice if you make Poco appear again. We can draw Poco doing all sorts of things.
I mean, it's like how Mike made 2 appearances. Started off as a meme, and then I actually made a Mike model and everything.
Everyone's met Mike. Walrus, have you met Mike? Maybe Walrus haven't met Mike before.
I'm saving for a wall of... Oh. Hey, wait.
Mike is
my joke alter ego. What's up? How's it going, Walrus? Hey, Walrus. Nice to meet you. My name is Mike Hiyu, and I am the most coolest guy in the world. I eat spaghetti with my bare hands, and whoop,
nothing happened.
There was never... Nothing after happened. Nothing happened.
Mike came with a very interesting set of lore. Mike was, I think, Kendo redeemed Mike. No, he wanted me to make a gender bender version of Mika, like of myself. And I thought, you know what? I might as well go all the way. I thought I might as well go all the way, so I just made him ultra manly. Does Mike have bare hands? No, but he has maybe I can show you Mike. Wait, let me show you the picture of Mike. Give me 1 second. I want to show you Mike. Where's my Mike? Where's the original Mike picture? I'm just scrolling down. Mike. Where's Mike? Oh man, I drew so much in the past year. Oh, here he is. This is Mike. This is what came out of Kendo's Redeem. Wanted me to draw myself gender bender, so I gave him like a crop top, very manly hair, and he eats and thick eyebrows, and he eats spaghetti with his bare hands, because in my mind that's what and I love the name I gave him, Mike Hiyu. And then he became a bit of a lore. And then Pastry Wife asked me to draw another Mike, so I did. And then for April Fools, I made the Mike model, and I streamed as Mike. It was very fun. It was very, very fun. And I just love how it came to be. It was meant to be a joke, but we just kept taking it further and further just to see how far we can take it. Apparently pretty far. So sometimes when people ask me, Mika, are you gonna like upgrade your model? I did. You can't upgrade more than Mike, okay? You really can't. Beat Mike. You can't literally beat Mike because he is so cool. Because he is Mike Hiyu. So now we have Poco. Alright, I think I like how this looks. So I am gonna start the color. Ow! Why? You jealous of the potato? What do you mean, oops? You can't accidentally click redeem and click the bonk. You know it takes 2 clicks, right? You know it takes 2 clicks to do a redeem. Just so you know, What the?
Okay, all of you, keep your hands to yourselves, or I am telling on you, okay? Behave, boys and girls. Or I'm gonna give you all, a punishment. And you don't want that to happen. Well, yeah, exactly, Walrus. Thank you for getting it. It was intentional. Ah! Walrus! I thought you would like it! Macaroni! What the potato, Walrus? Is that the first time you bonged me? Maybe the... You want a punishment? Okay. What would I punish you all with? I would... This is using too much of my brain. Okay, well, how can I punish you guys? Well, oh, I know! I'll post a picture of my dried chicken. It seems to hurt some people. Did you know the best time to get fried chicken is if you're gonna go to a fast food restaurant for fried chicken, you should go between 2 to 4 p.m. because that's when it's past the lunch rush and before the dinner rush. So they have the fried chicken just sitting there. And they might even refry it if you're lucky. And the fries are also just sitting there. So a good sign that you're gonna get dried chicken is when you order and they give you the food right away. There's no wait time at all. That's when you know you're gonna get the driest refried chicken ever and lukewarm, saggy fries. That's the best kind. So when I go to fast food, I try to time it around that time. Yeah, that's how I would punish you. Because even though I really, really love it, apparently it hurts some people, according to Sadat, everybody. You know, dried chicken is actually good because it's unsafe to eat undercooked chicken. So if it's dry, you know it's very cooked. You can get like salmonella from eating non-dried chicken, FYI. So next time you eat very, very juicy chicken, be careful. It might come with a certain health risk, just saying. At least when I eat, I know I am safe. I also like saggy, soggy fries, but that's another story. Not health related. You can also be a normal household cook. Yeah, we can cook it completely, but you can also make it dry. See, it's a challenge. You want to be a good cook, you have to learn how to make dry and well-cooked chicken. It's easy to make juicy chicken, just don't cook it enough. If you don't cook it enough, it'll be juicy. Because all the juice is still there. But to completely cook it, that requires skill. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's what I would do. If I want to punish you, I'll post my ideal picture of a chicken. What I hear is it's not tricky. No, you just... It's already juicy to begin with, right? So all you have to do is don't cook it enough. Just don't cook it enough and it'll stay juicy. Just don't cook the juice away, no? But if you don't cook it, you can't eat it. Exactly, so you have to not cook it too much. Silly Sanad. I have faith that one day you'll be able to cook dry chicken. No. No, Sanad, no. What color is a potato? How brown is a potato? I'll admit, I don't usually eat potato in its natural form. So I don't remember what's the color of a potato outside. I think it's dark brown. I can cook dry chicken. But then you have a fire hazard. Don't leave the stove unattended, Sanad. That's dangerous. Coco has rosy... Oh, I was gonna give her rosy red cheeks too. Nice. Same brain, Walrus. Same brain. Better to burn the house. Wait, if you ever come to Canada, I'll show you the driest chicken place I know.
I know some really dry places, and I know the best time to get them. I think I told this story before, but one time I went to a buffet and they had like fried chicken, and the server was about to refill the dried chicken. He was gonna pour the fresh fried chicken on top of the old ones, so I ran there and grabbed the last ones before he could do it. I was like, wait! Don't pour in the fresh ones yet! He's like, oh, okay. And then after like COVID hit, we went again, and this time they serve us at the buffet. So I asked him, can you help me pick the driest chicken? And he actually stopped. And he said, did you just say driest chicken? I was like, yeah, can you help me pick the driest chicken? And he was like, he actually looked a little hesitant. I guess because there's other customers there, so he didn't want to say there is dried chicken, but also another customer, me, wants dried chicken. But apparently I put him in a little bit of a bind. Sorry, I'm so sorry, my dude. He ended up picking a pretty non-dried chicken for me, but I was like, you know what, whatever, it's okay. I might have said I wanted to try working there, but now Sanat, I thought you'd want to try new things. Can't wait to visit Canada just so you can What do you mean? Pastry, if anything, you're gonna live. Because it's super safe to eat pastry. You're not gonna get food poisoning at all. It's super thoroughly cooked. Sometimes they're double fried. So you know what's a good chicken? A good fried chicken is when it's like dark brown outside and like pure white inside. And when you eat it, you get thirsty. That's how you know that's a good fried chicken. He's already dehydrated. Donuts aren't meant to be moist. Yeah, but all the moisture... No, but that's why you have water. You know, really dry chicken goes really well with pop. Like when you get really dehydrated... Not dehydrated. When you get really dried out from the dry chicken and you drink fizzling pop, it's so good. It's so good. Trust me. The combination of fried chicken and pop is like the best combination ever. Okay, now you're just being a picky eater, Sanad. As your mama, I have to teach you not to be such a picky eater. You have to try other new things in life. You never know when you might run into something you actually like. Sanad, if you keep talking like that, you're not gonna grow big, okay? Okay, Bibi? Well, see, he's just trying to decide what is and is not edible. That in itself is being picky. Your mama has been eating dry chicken for her whole life, and look, I'm still doing well. Might as well just give me a rock. Now, I know you like the stars and the moon, but you can't eat it, my child. You can't eat those space rocks. You can try, but no. Okay, what else? Yeah, it's most... And also, I like dry fish. Like, my mom sometimes makes salmon. Like, she like... I don't know how she makes it. Can't eat space rock. It'll just be the last thing you ever eat. When my mom makes salmon, she makes it the way I like it. She makes the top really dark brown. Cool. You like sushi? You like sushi? Oh, wait. I remember you said you don't like sushi. Never mind. Or you haven't really had good sushi before. I think I remember you saying that. I've never had sushi before. I'm not a picky eater. I just haven't eaten it before. There's a difference, Walrus. I'm not a picky eater. I just know what I like. And what I don't like. I've tried it like... What kind do you have again? I forgot what kind you had. Oh! Oh, the space rock. Oh, but I had pop. I had shock rocks. Walrus, have you ever had shock rocks? Also, it's like pop rocks, but another kind. How do you know what you like if you never... Have you had dried chicken before? You have. Oh, okay. Oh, good for you, man. Okay, what the color is potato? I'm trying to think. What's the color of a potato? How brown is a potato? Is this brown enough? I think that looks pretty potato brown. Where do you get it? Where do you get it? Okay, I think I'm gonna give Poko-chan a really traditional looking sailor outfit. Yeah, where do you get it? Did someone cook it or do you go to a fast food place? Oh, like a local, like a Danish fast food place? Oh my gosh, I love Poko-chan. I've only met Poko-chan for 5 seconds and I would already do anything for her. It's a well-known place in your city. Okay, so it is local then. Like it's not a chain. Okay, I'm gonna have Poko-chan have the same color ribbon as Sylv. So they're matching. Because they're best buds. Poko-chan wants to say, why? Wait, Poko-chan is sweet and innocent. Don't you put that evil on Poko-chan. Poko-chan just wants to have bento. Just wants to have yummy bento with Sylv. Look, I think you just did. Look at Poko-chan. Mite. Yeah, and I'll give her also her ribbon will be your color as well. Oh, and don't forget her little blush. You gotta give her a little blush. Like all fast food places, they pre-cook the chicken. Oh, I love it when they reheat it. It's so good. Let me make sure I get Poko-chan's blush right. Ah! There's probably a bloodbath. What? Sylv, Poko-chan is very, very wholesome, okay? It comes with the territory of being a potato. Look at Poko-chan! Sorry, Sylv, I know you're the main character, but I really like Poko-chan. You know what? Heck, let's add more pink. Let's add more pink to her. I'm gonna put this pink. As soon as Poko-chan first fist bump, it went straight to Oh, you better not. You better not redeem Poko-chan killing people. I swear you better not. Okay, let me write your new name. Poko-chan. Poko-chan. Poko-chan was an ordinary smiling and happy potato mascot until she fist bumped. What do you mean? You make it sound like Sylv is violent. Now she's wanted in 12 countries? But look at this innocent face. Look at this innocent face. Is this the face of a killer? I ask you, is this the face of a killer? What? Look, no! Poko-chan just wants to eat bento under the sakura tree with Sylv. Sylv is also innocent looking at first glance. What do you mean? Sylv is innocent. She's very sweet. Sylv, how do you want to be called? Sylv-chan? Sylv-gun? Sylv-sama? Sylv-net-chan? Sylv... What do you want to call yourself? Sylv what? Which one? I think Sylv-chan is the cutest. You want to be cute? Okay. Sylv-chan. Sylv-chan. Poko-chan. Fist bump. Smack yo. And there you have it. We have Sylv-chan with our newly created Poko-chan. Cute is the best way to hide. So now, bro, what games have you been playing, my bro? My bro, what games have you been playing? Okay, so I hope you like it, Sylph. Let's see who we can raid. GTA's. See, I always knew those violent video games were not good for you kids. Maybe you should play some Animal Crossing. Yeah, what's up, Primo? Zip, zip! Okay, thank you for the hydrate. I drink. Oh, now it's zip, zip. You know, when I went to America once, I went to sign up for something. They asked me, what is your zip code? And I stared at them. What's a zip code? And he goes, you're not from here, are you? I'm like, no, I'm from Canada. Okay, cool. Then never mind. So in Canada, we have postal code. In America, I guess it's zip code. So when he first asked me for my zip code, I just stared at him blankly because I didn't know what he meant. You know, I heard people playing GTA and they're just following all the traffic lights and the traffic rules, and they're just doing a very orderly tour of the city. Maybe you should aim for that. You can actually practice driving on GTA on how to follow all the rules. Okay. So I see Real Sunshine is playing Overwatch 2. I know that's like the new version of Overwatch 1. Let's go check it out and let's go say hi to him. Okay? Let me just go to my screen. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming today. I had a lot of fun. And thank you so much again. I can practice driving with Truck Simulator. Well, do it then. Alright. So, I hope you all have a wonderful night. And take care. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.